This meeting is being live streamed. Got it. Meeting is now streaming live on YouTube, but I'm gonna have to go to YouTube so I can see the comments. Yeah, man, see, gotta get smart on them. Gotta get smart on them.
I'm watching us on the screen already. Yeah. Time to get to it.
Okay. All right, so I see the chat. I tell them, bam, come on in and say what up. Let me see.
I see we got two.
So which one do I need to get rid of? I think it's, hope I do the right one. All right, let me see what's popping with that. I
see we got two.
Okay, you on that. So which one do I need to get rid of? I think it's there. We good?
I hear you.
Okay. We got one now. Okay. I think we got one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So which one do I need? Okay, there's a, I think that's on your side. You might still have two screens up on yours, perhaps. Because I hear like a little echo. No, I don't hear it.
Just turn the volume down.
Okay, then we good. Okay, we just wait for people to get up in here then.
That's all.
There's H-Town Boss. What's good? We here. We in the building, H-Town. What's good, baby? Waiting on y'all. We waiting on y'all.
Oh, we got a lot of stuff to get off our chest today.
Oh boy, I got some stuff to get off my chest, my arms, my back, and my neck.
I said this is the veterans edition of Recast T'Challa. The black veteran edition of Recast T'Challa.
Everybody can't say that. Everybody can't say that. Everybody can't say that.
Everybody can't say that. Everybody can't say that. Yeah. Every host on this video is prior service, active duty, honorary discharge. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. D-Real, can you tell the people at home what branch of service you in?
I served 6 years, 6 months, and 21 days in the U.S. Navy, honorably discharged. Yes, sir. A veteran of Desert Shield and Desert Storm. So I have actually seen combat.
You didn't seen combat. You know what? I ain't gonna act like that. Listen, 6 years in Uncle Sam's misguided children. Here's the thing where people don't understand, that take for granted. I'm crazy as hell, but I was a legal specialist in the Marine Corps. I did marriage counseling. I did divorce decrees. I did court-martial packages. I did non-judicial punishments. And I did counseling. You know what? I'm very good when it comes to running my mouth and using a pen and a pad. What's up, LL Cool J? Yeah.
I was a hospital corpsman. I was a hospital corpsman. So I done seen a lot of blood. Let's put it like that. I done seen a lot of other stuff too, but
and let's be clear. Let's be clear. D-Real in the Navy. The Marine Corps is a department of the Navy. Let's just go ahead and keep it a buck. when
Oh,
you talk about
I was stationed on Pendleton before they shipped me out for Desert Storm.
right,
First Med Battalion. First Med Battalion.
people don't understand what we went through in the Navy and the Marine Corps in the 80s as black men.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
We gonna keep it a buck though. This ain't even about that. This ain't even about that. We gonna talk about everything Black Panther 2, recast T'Challa, Honor Chadwick Boseman, John Ridley, all that stuff.
Bruh. Oh, and that action figure. I have so much that I need to say about that. Matter of fact, can we start with the action figure? Bruh. Can you hold that up a little closer to the camera so folks can see it? That is the likeness of one Chadwick Boseman. That's what I would say. Would you say that's the likeness of Chadwick Boseman?
That is the exact likeness of it's not what's the Renee Jean Page from the Captain America Civil War, because that's who that looked like.
I went and looked at that after you said it, and I was like, it do kind of look like him.
Chadwick Boseman. And let me just tell the fans, the action figure that they're re-released, no, my bad. It's a brand new action figure, brand new body mold, because this body mold is slim. The action figure that's coming out is thicker, pinless joints. So Hasbro, Marvel, they fixing to get their change. The question is, you using this dude like this, what you finna do with that change?
You have a action figure. First, before I forget, let me say hey to Grand Madam Tarot.
Grand Madam!
And Crystalline Butler is here.
That is my beautiful daughter. Hey girl, I love you.
He said, hey dad. She say, hey dad, you're amazing. You're amazing.
And you are.
And you are.
Let me say this, Gabbo. I'm sorry, Gabbo. Let me say this, D-Real, to my daughter. I am so proud of you. I could not be any prouder than I am of you at this moment. I am.
Salute.
I am. And you know why. You know why.
Salute. Samuel Johnson. D Steezel's in the building.
Steezel in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got to turn my fan on now because it's about to get hot up in here.
Let me say, the reason why, and I'm probably going out of turn by speaking on behalf of Darryl. The reason why we have a issue with this is because this dude ain't showing up in the movie. This ain't showing up in the movie. He's not showing. Nobody that looks like him. See that? Do I have a neck up? Nobody that looks like him is going to appear in this movie. The person, the representation of this person is going to do this. But they finna make money off of this.
That's my only now here's the thing. Certain parties said if they saw something or perceived something that they thought was Marvel Studios cashing in, making money off of Chadwick Boseman.
That was Vox from New Rock Stars.
What do you need? What do you need to show you they cashing in off of Chadwick Boseman?
What do you need?
Then an action figure that looks like him in a movie that he's not in.
And the character that he played, they finna make the character take a dirt nap.
Deaden him.
Now, this is the thing. Me and Darryl have been tooting this horn. At this point in time, is it recast T'Challa? Yeah, but it has, watch this. It has evolved to boycott Black Panther 2. Point blank, period.
Listen,
I don't want to hear anything about the cast and crew because I'm black too.
It's less than 125 days before that movie releases. So we
Exactly.
saying what we gonna do? No, it's time to mobilize. It's time to do things. It's time to step up and say enough is enough. We started off with recast T'Challa. It turned into recast T'Challa or else, and some people had a problem with that. Okay, but now they ain't flinching at the or else. So it's time to show them the boycott Black Panther 2. What's up, Jeffrey Lane?
Let's go ahead and let's touch on this. Since we have started recast T'Challa, we have watched He-Man fans get acknowledged. We watched Superman fans who were outraged that they were talking about making Superman black. We've heard from those fans got acknowledged. When we take a look at fans from the Zack Snyder cut, they got acknowledged. We sat here talking about recast T'Challa, and if I'm not mistaken, we got a whole 3-hour movie. So when people say it's a big company, they don't care about what you think. Well, what is it that makes the recast T'Challa movement different? And Marvel shouldn't care about what we think, but we literally sit back and watch Marvel and DC and other media corporations acknowledge other fan bases. Let me say this, and I'm gonna step back after I say this. People keep telling us about how big Marvel is. If I was to go rob a bank today, it's just me in the bank and a gun. The people outside the bank, and no, I'm not gonna rob no bank. Don't nobody be talking about, I'm just hypothetical analogy. The people outside the bank, law enforcement, it's more of them than it is me. They have the superior numbers. They have the superior armament. They have the superior armament. I'm trying to get free, handle my business, i.e. escape. Now we got to have a negotiation. My negotiation doesn't go, please let me go, and nothing to happen to nobody. My negotiation goes like this, because I came in there for a reason. We started this petition for a reason. I'm coming in that bank to get that money for a reason. My negotiation tactics are as follows, even though I am the inferior number in this. You will either bring me a car or I will start popping people every 10 minutes. You levy a threat. Better so if it's a promise. They need to know it's a promise. They need to know you have every intention on following through on said promise, or they're going to do what they're doing with the recast T'Challa movement. Ignore the hell out you.
And that is definitely what has been happening. Is it's been a lot of, and this is what I've noticed. It's a lot of other people noticing and acknowledging the recast T'Challa movement. There have been other content providers with far more subs than us who have acknowledged the recast T'Challa movement. There have been politicians who have acknowledged the recast T'Challa movement. Some celebrities who have acknowledged the recast T'Challa movement. But guess who hasn't acknowledged the recast T'Challa movement? I hope at San Diego Comic-Con, somebody has the testicular fortitude to open up their mouth and say, what's up with recast T'Challa? And yo, I see y'all in the comments down there. If y'all got questions, if y'all got something y'all need to ask, fire it off, man, and I will pick it up and I address it to Theo, because I don't think Theo can see the comments.
I got it on my other device.
Oh, okay. So if we sound like we caught up in us, y'all, we ain't caught up in us. It's just y'all know, if y'all rock with Theo and me, y'all know how passionate we are about this particular topic. And it's a lot of stuff we got to get off our chest, and it's things that need to be said. So if it seemed like, yeah, I see that, we gonna get to that too, because John Ridley, if he was sitting in front of me right now, I would punch him in his throat. Yes, I said it. I have not seen, and let's just go get off into that. I have not seen a character emasculated and punked and bitchified like John Ridley has done T'Challa in this particular run on Black Panther. And let me help you understand where I'm coming from when I say what I'm saying. And if anybody has been rocking with this 12 video, I guess we'll call it a edutainment piece, where I did Panther's Rage. Okay, if you was rocking with that and you read Panther's Rage, you saw T'Challa was catching it. You know what I'm saying? T'Challa was getting mobbed on. Killmonger was getting at him. King Cadaver was getting at him. Salamander Crew was getting at him. Venom with 2 M's was getting at him. Okay. But the thing about it, he stood tall. After all them scratches, all of them wounds, all of them beatings, he was still standing tall, and he was still the king of Wakanda after the smoke cleared. We can go on into the Jack Kirby run. We can go on into the Christopher Priest run. We can go into the Reginald Hudlin run. We can go into the Ta-Nehisi Coates run. At the end of all those runs, T'Challa was still T'Challa. He was still the Black Panther, and he was still the king of Wakanda. When we broke off from Ta-Nehisi Coates' run, wasn't T'Challa the emperor of an intergalactic empire? How do you depose somebody who's an emperor of an intergalactic empire? Oh, I know, the writer.
Why we got to do this though? That was the thing, because I was stoked. I was looking forward to the new run of Black Panther comics. I was like, okay, cool. We got promised a spy espionage type story. Cool. I'm thinking James Bond. We ain't did a spy espionage story since Dick Grayson, when he was over there handling his business, when he was just using the Dick Grayson. So okay, cool. You finna do this with T'Challa? Let me tell y'all what happened in 7 issues, because Daryl touched on it, emasculating. What we've seen is, first of all, people in Wakanda talk like people in Brooklyn or people in California, slang and everything.
Even though I live in California, so yeah.
Then on top of that, you have disrespect to the throne. Now we got a little bit of this with Shuri in Black Panther when she turned her finger up at T'Challa. That might be what we do in America, but you're not doing that in a country where royalty is sovereign. You're not doing that. So once again, we got the ghetto king putting his ghetto twist on a fictional sovereign nation. That's what we got. Am I right or wrong?
You're right. You're right about that.
I see no lies. I see no lies. I hear no lies.
And where you could have wrote him off to glory, going off to the Galactic Empire, chilling out, hanging over there. No, his woman, his wife, his ex-wife tells him that she can never trust him again because he keeps secrets, like she don't either. The Dora Milaje, who T'Challa, the Dora Milaje were already in place before T'Challa got there. All T'Challa did was say, you're no longer wives in training. The man who basically helped OP the Dora Milaje to the point where they can fight robots and take on magic, it wasn't his fault that M'Baku's brother, ironically enough, the character that Winston Duke was playing, by the way, M'Bala was murdering women left and right. T'Challa didn't even lock Anika up when she killed him. It was Queen Ramonda. She locked up Anika. So where we getting it? Because clearly John Ridley don't read comics. So where's he getting this story that T'Challa betrayed the Dora Milaje? And last but not least, Shuri was left in basically a still death type state when the Black Order hit Wakanda. We literally got Ta-Nehisi Coates writing T'Challa going along with Manifold, moving heaven and earth to bring his sister back from the dead. And this is what we get. So black men ain't shit.
Yeah,
so black men are pathetic. I'm so sick of that damn narrative, especially from so-called black men. It is damn ridiculous. Boycott Black Panther 2. You didn't have to get rid of that dude. You could have did the same thing Jonathan Hickman did with the Fantastic Four and let him leave on his feet.
Yeah, and the John Ridley one, I was looking at the video going over that. and Shuri, you know, telling T'Challa, I don't take orders from you, bro. Like, what? Like, really? He went through all that to bring Shuri back, and then she just gave him all this type of disrespect. I mean, so Theo, I clearly see what you're saying about the John Ridley run, you know? But it's like in the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda, Ta-Nehisi Coates, I mean, did a great job. I mean, T'Challa, he ended up becoming a slave, but he overcame that and became the emperor,
exactly. Like the Intergalactic Empire, I actually like that storyline because it had a lot of irony to it. It had a lot of irony to it. Let me say this, because there have been some agendas out there where, when it comes to the recast T'Challa movement, we're being painted as being misogynistic.
Right.
Misogynoir. They made up a whole term for it. It's misogynoir.
Let me say this, and I'm gonna step out on a limb. I don't know anybody else in the world that's got griot shorty.
Right.
I created this because I wanted my daughters to see themselves. I created this because I wanted to complete the story arc of Shorty. I got Shorty as the Black Panther. Right. I got Shorty from the MCU, but I want something that Hasbro, speaking of Hasbro, because they ain't gave y'all Monica Rambeau yet. They want you to go pay that $150 for that old figure. Crazy. Nevertheless, I digress. That's part of the problem. Of them. You got too many of us. Well, not too many. You don't have enough of us. Daryl is one of the few. We literally touch every form of medium when it comes to these characters. We read the comics. We got the action figures. We got the video games. We got the costumes. We go back and research. If we didn't miss a story or we didn't kind of fuzzy about a story, we go back and we read stories from 10, 15, 20 years ago. Well before Reginald Hudlin got on there.
Yeah, I used to have a T'Challa Black Panther trading card back in 1993, 1974, way back then. Exactly. I didn't know what Charles Bogan was back then.
So we know what we're talking about. And then let's talk about this.
Oh, Mr. Ray Smith is in the building.
Thank you. Okay, because that was what I needed. We got people like Grand Madam Tarot.
He's in the building too.
What bothers me when we start talking about recasting, because contrary to what people said, yes, you did put a time stamp on it. You said 5 to 10 years. So let's not do that. When you get caught with your drawers down, don't do that. We got people that have been reading T'Challa older than me. We got people that's been reading Black Panther older than me. And we keep saying, wait, to hell with waiting. If you call yourself a Black Panther fan, Ian and Taylor died waiting. They died. That was their guy that Chadwick Boseman went to go visit. They didn't go visit Chadwick Boseman. He went to go visit them. They didn't live long enough. So every time I swear to God, you make me sick when you say that. Every time you say, wait, brother, I promise to God, I want to put hands on you because you ain't thinking about your elders. And based on the conversation you had with Mr. Ray Smith, you don't give two damns about people that's older than you. You don't give two damns about people that's younger than you. All you give a damn is about putting money in your damn pocket. Just like you said, you dry snitched on yourself. You don't pay to go review a damn movie. You're a conflict of interest and you shouldn't even be nowhere near this damn thing, because what you will not do, since you keep talking about Sun Tzu, quoting his ass, you will not get dirty like the troops are getting dirty. You refuse to, you won't, because if your hands get dirty, you're going to lose that job that you got. Stop straddling the damn fence. Stop straddling the damn fence, as Cellmate said. What you're doing right now is you're being a damn hindrance.
Shots fired. Boom.
Yeah, I mean,
okay. Also, while we on the subject of people saying things, okay, I was referred to as annoying. I was referred to as someone who turns people off. Well, if I'm annoying and I turn people off, who's all these people in here right now listening to what me and my brothers have to say? Okay. I feel just like I was talking to Theo earlier, and we were making military references. In the military, people got different jobs,
right?
Just like Theo, Theo was legal, I was medical, You know what I'm
All
saying?
security forces in the Air Force, all security forces. CPO
Okay.
31, that was my job code.
So
What
that
about
means,
goddamn sense?
so that means, okay, Clint Claire, Theo, and myself all do different jobs. That means what we do for the military, it ain't done the same way. What Sinclair
Right.
does, he don't do it the same way I do it. What Theo does, he don't do it the same way I do it. But we're all part of the same force, which requires us to do what? Share resources, interact with one another. Okay, you see Sinclair and Theo interacting with me. Okay, that's called unity.
Yeah.
Okay, if we're unified in cause, it isn't just in words, because I keep hearing that man say we all the time. And I always say to myself, every time I hear him say we, who the fuck is we? I don't see
Right.
nobody but you. Who's
Right.
we?
Yeah,
Tell me
that's the
who we is.
synergy. Yeah, like the synergy that War Machine and Black Panther had in Civil War. Remember, both of them teamed up to fight against Captain America and Ant-Man. Remember that. You know, that's why it's two of my favorite Avengers, because they have that connection, that synergy. You know.
Can I just say this, D?
You say it. Say it. Speak it.
We get some things. We get some things thrown in our face, even though we pride service. So I want to take this time to, throw some things back. I'm gonna throw some quotes out here. Mr. Ray Smith, help me out.
He is helping you out right here in the comments. Mr. Smith say the art of war says a prolonged war does not profit anyone.
Segue. I like that. Watch this. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting.
Since everybody's throwing up their figures.
So when we start talking about we quote, have we ever read The Art of War? What specific quote are we referring to? Because it's a lot of quotes. Sun Tzu said a lot. Are we talking about?
Said a whole bunch.
Right. But now watch this. Are we talking about the totality of the book in and of itself? Because this is what people don't realize. You should. The Art of War is nothing more than a foundation for how you should wage war. It is not the end-all say-all. See, the Art of War is a team sport, if you want to look at it like that, because more than one individual is involved. So for any army to be successful, i.e. achieve victory, as we really alluded to, you have myself from the Marine Corps, the real from the Navy, Sinclair from the Air Force. The only thing we missing right now is another YouTuber who's from the United States Army. But when we go to war, all four branches of the United States military will be together. They share resources. It's not one branch taking on America's enemies by herself. It's all branches with coordinating attacks to do what? To achieve victory. We knew what Derek Bozeman said on December 8th. People say, look out for the cast and crew. That's to pull on our ethnic heartstrings. With Derek Bozeman is the same ethnicity as the cast and crew. Why didn't we give a damn about what Derek Bozeman said? If we say and believe in Marvel, as in Marvel doesn't lie, we should trust them. Then if Nate Moore came out, and ain't no if, he said it, Kevin Feige said it, they ain't recasting. Why is that the one time we don't want to believe Marvel telling the truth? That makes no sense. Pick a side, pick a side, pick a side. You believe or you don't. But when you look at the character in the comics, you look at the plot leak in the movie, whether he's going to die from an illness or be murdered, as if we ain't seen enough of that already. The money they're making off the action figure, that's too much.
Not to beat a dead horse, but I do want to refer to my elder once again in the comments, who comment about a certain individual referring to this being chess. And he points out the game is over when you take the king off the board.
It is.
Or checkmate the king, meaning putting the king in a position where he cannot move. And if he does move, it is certain death.
And we literally
so waiting gives your opponent more time to checkmate you, don't it?
All day, every day.
Unless you activate an effective strategy, you're not gonna be able to win if you don't put a strategy out there.
Now I want to say this because I don't want people to think this video tonight is about a pissing contest. It's not. This video is about bringing awareness. This character is being affected across all forms of media, but Marvel's still getting paid. After Kevin Feige made the announcement, they were killing off T'Challa. The video game, which is available on the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox One, and whatever. Shortly after that, because that game wasn't performing well in sales, they uploaded the T'Challa character. Sales went off. Sales went through the roof. Now we talk about representation and love for our Black women. Guess what? Shorty does appear in the storyline. She's not playable. Her costume does pop up, but it's just a skin. I.e., you could play having T'Challa's voice run around with Shorty's body. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. How are you looking at that and you not sitting? The video games, they finna get this money off this action figure. And watch this. We don't even know what action figures they releasing for Black Panther 2. But they're gonna look to get that change though. All forms of medium. And the problem is when you go do these shows, you cannot tell people how this character is being negatively impacted in all forms of medium. The only reason, just so the comics line up with the movie.
And that's a habit. That's a habit that has occurred. Since they've been making superhero movies, and some of us may be aware of it, but let me bring it into clarity for you. 1998, Blade. Okay, if you look at Blade cinematically and how Blade looked in the comics prior to the movie Blade, you wouldn't even recognize him. Okay, but because that movie has such an impact on society in general, Marvel Comics said, we're changing the character to fit the movie narrative. And so it has been for the past 23, almost 24 years. Blade has adopted that look and feel from the movies. X-Men dropped in 2000. Up until that point, you didn't see the X-Men in nothing but blue and gold. But when they jumped out in that leather in 2000, John Cassidy run on X-Men, boom, they was rocking leather, okay? And everything that happens in the movies eventually gets transferred over to the comics. Currently, in the movies, they are murdering off T'Challa. Right now, in the comics, they done punked him down, made him weak, took his title from him, and it wouldn't.
How you denounce the throne and you're a galactic emperor? You ain't run that by nobody in the galaxy. You ain't asked them if you could remove yourself from the throne.
And they want that narrative to match the movies.
Exactly.
He's dead. And speaking of him being dead, let's talk about plot leaks. Okay. According to the plot leak, T'Challa dies of an illness.
That plot leak has been online for months now. And I'm just letting y'all.
Are y'all seeing what's happening here? They profiting off the man's death. He died of an illness, so we're going to have his character that he played die of an illness.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Why is that the only solution that anti-recasters and Marvel come up with is to kill off the character? That nobody has ever answered that question. When anti-recasters come in and they run their mouth and everything like that, and people want to be slick talking, throwing shade and stuff like that, because I'm going to address somebody else later on. Why is killing the character the only solution you got? Hell, we didn't kill off Paul Walker's character. They sent him off in the sunset. He married and everything. Imagine that. Married with a baby and everything. Why did we write this character off like that? We got a black man involved both times, black men, who let them tell it. They love the actor, but they issue on the character the actor portrayed. How is it death is the only way, death and what John Ridley's doing right now, death and making this dude look pathetic is the only way they know how. My question is, damn, when does your skin matter? When does your skin color matter? When does your race matter? When does your ethnicity matter? Because people keep telling me to be proud to be black, and I ain't trying to be funny, but it ain't that much pride in being black with what this foolishness going on. So tell me, when is proud to be black what that is? When am I supposed to love my fellow black man? When am I supposed to lay my life down for my fellow black man? Because here's where I'm taking it. All y'all that say y'all want to go pay to see money, to see this movie just to see what happens, let's be abundantly clear. You've already been conditioned to sit back and watch your fellow black man die. Omar Arbery ran for 4-something minutes. The people that murdered him sat at home for almost a month and a half. There were black people in that small town, but there was no T'Challa, there was no Dora Milaje, there were no Wakandans. Well, hell, I'm gonna say it one more time. George Floyd was murdered right in the streets for 8 minutes and 45 seconds, and not a black person did a damn thing. Now you finna go pay for it? Say enough is enough. Black should not be negotiable.
Exactly. It really ticks me off. It really pisses me off when people say that they're, especially with black people, they say they're excited to see this movie. They're hyped to see this movie. Like Blue Jew Heard. You know, people saying that it's just like you were saying, Theo, it's like, oh, people have been conditioned to watching their own people die, you know, and they want to bring that on film like a very popular character. Well, actually, the most popular character in Marvel, they want to see him die on camera. And it's black people, you know, just say dumb stuff like, well, you know, you're insecure, you know, or it hurts your ego to see Shuri as black people. No, it's not about being hurt about Shuri being Black Panther. It's about, you know, preserving T'Challa. Why should he have to die in order for her to be Black Panther?
Watch this. We ain't have to kill all Batman, Bruce Wayne for us to get a Batgirl movie.
Exactly.
We never suggested that. And we need to know Adam Weston passed away.
Right.
Just like George Reed passed away. Just like Christopher Reeve. Once again, this is what got me about us. The excuses that they gave to kill off one of our own, they would never let you say that about one of theirs. They're never going to mention it. And actors, sad to say, they're human. We human. We come with a life expiration date already. Actors are gonna pass away. You don't get rid of the character. They never suggested this. And I've been living for a long time. And I'm looking at black people. You say you want representation. You say you want accuracy. You say you want different stories. You say you want things that don't just keep painting us in a negative light. Well, damn, we got a king, a son, a dude that's been married. And let's be clear, T'Challa don't write his stories. The editors do. None of these characters write their stories. So why is it with this particular character, when we say we're killing him off to honor the actor, push it? Why we gotta drag the character in the comics to make him look like a damn simp? Like, how do you bring this dude back after this? After you tell this story, where you dragging it, how do you bring him back after this?
Him saying that he no longer wants authority over Wakanda. I don't think T'Challa in the other storylines will ever say that. I don't think he would ever say that he no longer was authority over Wakanda. You know?
It's one of them things where folks, y'all got to see everything that they do. And everything is being done for a reason. Everything is being done for a reason. You're being subliminally conditioned to just sit back and watch. No disrespect, but the director from this movie, if he finna kill off T'Challa, help me out, D-Real. Didn't I get that in Fruitvale Station?
You certainly did, sir.
I gotta get that again.
Well, I and I don't want everybody coming for me because they love Ryan Coogler. But if you look at his body of work, a lot of what he does is not based on original ideas. I know you're saying, but Creed, came from Rocky.
Right.
Okay. If you haven't watched Rocky, all the characters, the concept, the idea, that whole plot, it was built upon, yes, but not an original concept. Tell me about a Ryan Coogler movie that explores an original concept, something that came out of the throes of his mind, or something he wrote, or something some writers brought to him and said, "Here, direct this." Okay, if that's where he's at and that's all he knows how to do, cool. I'm not knocking that hustle. But what I'm saying is you may not be the person that should be dealing with a legacy character, dealing with a character that has such a rich history, and then saying, okay, fuck all that.
You know what?
This is what I feel like doing. And so this, and again, as the director and the person putting all the money for it, you can do that. But should you?
Right. You know what? Let me get with Ryan Coogler like this. And I want to make sure I'm perfectly fair. We have mass shootings in this country, and we receive news notifications right then, right there. There's been a lot of double speak, misinformation shared in regards to this movie. The character, the actor, his family. A lot of BS. People don't want to ask the critical thinking question. And Daryl mentioned something a few weeks ago. He said, Theo, I see why we get along, because we overanalyze stuff. Ryan Coogler.
I said that.
Ryan, yes, you did. Ryan Coogler was unlawfully detained in an Atlanta bank, Bank of America, for what was then thought to be an attempted bank robbery. Now, this occurred on January 7th. Now, I need everybody to hear me good, because what I'm getting ready to say, I'm not going to say it's right. I'm not going to say it's wrong. I'm going to say it's accurate, because you can go Google it. Let me back up a little bit. When Derek Bozeman made his statement on December 8th, Kevin Feige came out 24 hours later on Marvel's Investment Shareholders Day. Because I know some people like Daniel, like, there's one and the other. No, it's the same damn thing. He came out and he said, out of respect to the character, and I'm paraphrasing here, his portrayal was iconic in and of itself, live action compared to voice acting, which is what he's getting a posthumous nominee for, voice acting. That's irony all over the place. He said he wasn't recasted. That was Disney Shareholder Day. Now, mind you, this decision was already made shortly after Chadwick Boseman passed, because the Minuteman, Nate Moore and Ryan Coogler said they made a decision in a matter of minutes. I don't know how you make $1 billion decision in a matter of minutes and call it respectful. Nevertheless, I digress. Let me speed up. Ryan Coogler gets unlawfully detained on January 7th. We, the national public, which was ridiculed, by the way, for asking this critical thinking question, we, the national public, don't find out about his arrest until 60 days later, March 9th, which happened to be Disney Shareholders Investment Day. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, damn it. I need to go get my ass whooped, because clearly I'm oblivious to what you got going on. Who you can't.
Theo, real quick, two things I want to address. In the comments, Graham Adams brought up a very wonderful point. In the plot of Wakanda Forever, they're saying T'Challa dies of an illness. T'Challa can get ill. Really?
Listen, that is a great question because watch this. Peter Parker only get the flu. He don't get sick. We've never heard of Steve Rogers getting ill. Never.
I have heard of one superhero dying of an illness in all of Marvel, and that is Captain Marvel, the original Marvel. And there was some extenuating circumstances there, and I could even question that. How does an alien get cancer?
Wait, you ready? Speaking of Captain Marvel, I like the fact that you mentioned Captain Marvel because people keep saying believe in Marvel. Okay, here we go. Let's play Big Bang, take Little Bang. How come Monica Rambeau wasn't introduced in the MCU as the first Captain Marvel? First female Captain Marvel, because that's what she is in the comics. Black women, y'all fine with that? Okay. Comic book historians, y'all fine with that? The first female that should have got her solo movie as Captain Marvel, it should have been Monica Rambeau, who still don't have a damn costume. Let's talk about Monica Rambeau. We're talking about Black representation. We're talking about Black women because everybody made such a big deal when we said recast T'Challa. I'm willing to bet the same people that said we was wrong for asking recast T'Challa for calling us misogynoirs had not a damn thing to say when Brie Larson got cast as Captain Marvel. While we sitting over here like that's wrong as hell. That is wrong as hell. So when y'all say trust in Marvel, damn, really should you? No, dead ass should you? Because what me and D-Real telling y'all, you can find it. The first female Captain Marvel is Monica Rambeau, and she picked up that title way before Carol Danvers did.
1982. 1982. Monica Rambeau being Captain Marvel was Captain Marvel in 1982 and got the blessing of the original Marvel to use the name.
When we in high school?
Not the original, his son, Genius.
Yeah. When we in high school when that comic came out? Because I ain't graduated till 86.
Yeah, I was in high school.
So let me put it like this. Because I know some people, because I did a video on Namor, and somebody want to throw shade about Namor. Let me explain something to you about comic books. And if you're not a comic book fan, you're not going to get this. Comic book fans are basically comic book purists. They don't want you to change the origin story of a character that's already existing. What they would like for you to do is just introduce a whole new character. No different than with me being as a Black man, they introduce a Black Wally West. D-Real, Mr. Smith, D. Steezel, Sinclair, if you read it, we know of a Black female in the future called Excess. You actually seen her on The Flash. That's been around since the 80s. They could have brought her in instead of race bending Wally West. We didn't want Wally West race bend. We don't think like that. So when we sit up here and we looking at these characters, you got Namor. Well, if we finna introduce a whole new hero, because that's what this is. This ain't Namor. If you like this particular hero's origin story, this should be a new damn hero. Think about, when did Namor make his appearance? 1930 something?
39.
So is it that you don't give a damn about your own origin story? Because watch this. While you fine with them messing with another character's origin, what happens when they do it with yours? When you say you don't care, I guarantee you there is a character that you do care about. There is something that you care about. And way too many of y'all got flippant saying, we don't care. Well, imagine if the common man felt like that about the stuff that you care. There is something you care about. Just like the dude that said, well, you know what? he loved James Earl Jones as Darth Vader. They should get as many voice recordings of James Earl Jones as Darth Vader before he passes away, because he just wants his Darth Vader. But you don't give a fuck about T'Challa. Suppose somebody made them same comments about Darth Vader. Equal energy.
And you know what's really irritating is when there's been one YouTube commenter, right, who left a comment about the supposed plot leak, right? He's saying that, oh, so they're following the comics. So I replied, first of all, in the comics, T'Challa didn't die for sure to become Black Panther. You know? And I just hate it when people just blurt stuff out without doing any research, you know? And you know, people want to talk about, oh, well, it's according to the comics that she becomes Black Panther. Okay, yeah, she does. You know, but now people want to talk about comic canon. Okay, well, first, if they want to stick with the comic canon, Steve Rogers was supposed to get killed by a sniper after Civil War. I remember that. Steve Rogers was supposed to, he wasn't supposed to even reach old age. He was supposed to get killed by a sniper.
None of that.
Hey, Sinclair, you know what that's called? That's called cherry picking. Okay, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna pick the stuff out that I like. I'm gonna pick the stuff out that I want, and I'm gonna throw all the rest to the wayside and don't care what fans think. Or are you really thinking, oh, fans will like this? No, if I'm a fan, I want you to maintain the essence of that character. I want you to maintain the essence of that story, not go 10,000 miles off the reservation and say, here's how we're continuing this story. I'm not sticking to none of the tenets of what is the essence of that story or the essence of those characters. I'm freelancing, I'm freestyling, I'm cherry picking, and I'm just saying, I'm gonna throw all that up in the air and hope it come down the right way.
Yeah, you know, they wouldn't do Black Panther 2 correctly. Storm should have been in it, first of all, you know. Because I remember reading the comic book at the end of it, T'Challa and Storm, you know, they fly away in the Blackbird, in the X-Men's ship, the Blackbird, laughing about something, joking, you know. And
let's talk about what people care about as opposed to what they say they don't care about. Bruce Timms, I think we're all familiar with him. Justice League.
Oh yeah. My man made Justice League a thing, and Batman.
Now watch this. How many people lost their collective ish when they basically nerfed Superman in that cartoon series? How many people lost their ish? They wanted comic book accuracy. See, if we comic book accuracy, let's be comic book accuracy. And what did Warner Brothers, DC Animation, Bruce Timm do? When they came out with the second season, Superman could put hands on people. What about Jon Stewart? When Jon Stewart first premiered in Justice League, what was he doing? Just creating bubbles. They heard what the fans said, and they say, no, we got to make his constructs more complex. In every medium we got where fans of specific heroes can be listened to. But I'm looking at my people. You know Kevin Feige lied. Their business statement can easily be heard. The co-workers, they were just that, his co-workers. What you've never heard is anybody, including his co-workers, who was at this year's Oscars, produced by Will Packard. Y'all help me out. Did they verbally acknowledge Chadwick Boseman? No, they didn't. Did they give him support for his many live portrayal? No, he didn't. So what you want to turn around and do now, which I think is predetermined, you want to offer up a Oscar nomination. Well, hell, he was nominated for an Oscar for Black Panther. Can't get it. Now you want to talk about him getting an Oscar nomination for voice acting when the whole reason you said you was killing off the character was because of his iconic portrayal, which was live action, which you compared to voice acting. You can take that posthumous Oscar if it ain't the one for his many achievements, point blank, period.
Thanks for going Metro. Report any issues by calling Metro law enforcement.
You take that trophy.
950.
Line it up real nice.
Hey, Sinclair.
Turn it
You
sideways.
got a lot of ambient sound in the background, bruh.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can help us help you help us? My man.
So we got
Go ahead,
That's right.
And you can come back in when you got something to say. So no problem.
But yeah, they can take that Oscar nomination and shine it up real nice, turn it sideways, and do what Dwayne Johnson would say. Don't patronize me. I'm past that.
Yeah, and it hurts my heart to see how many people, that was lit up on Twitter like, oh, he got nominated for an Emmy. He got nominated for an Emmy. He got nominated for an Emmy. And it's like, but what about the recast? Emmy's cool. I didn't ask. I didn't ask for an Emmy. That's
Right.
not what I requested. I didn't request that you give Chadwick an Emmy. I requested that you recast the role that he played.
Watch this. See, this how me and D-Real get down. D-Real said he asked for the recast. Y'all already know. I need to star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I need the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Grammys. Don't give me nothing about no damn vocal acting, because he done way more films than What If episodes, so don't insult my intelligence. I need T'Challa recast. All that. I need all. Oh, here we go.
Go ahead.
Shoot some money every year over to the Chadwick Boseman School of Performing Arts. Yeah, shoot that over there every year.
And you heard that here first. That was that man's idea. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Wasn't nobody talking.
One more thing. Shout out to Sinclair the Wolf for this particular idea. I need my movie bio. The House of Mouse, Marvel movies, Marvel Entertainment. I need my Chadwick Boseman movie biopic. And had you been smart, which you ain't, but you claim to be, you would have took the actor from the Chadwick Boseman movie biopic while y'all got y'all time to grieve, did that movie and recast that dude as T'Challa in Black Panther 2. I ain't the smartest pencil, I ain't the sharpest pencil in the box, but you got that for the free. But miss me with the vocal. Because hell, did Dishman Hensu get an Oscar nomination? Did Taye Diggs get an Oscar nomination? Because both of them are voice. What about the dude from Stargate 1? Because he's the voice of T'Challa in the video game.
Well,
the event. So no.
Well, man, it's a video game.
Right.
He ain't gonna get no Emmy for a video game, but right. I see where you're going with it, Theo. Yeah. I see exactly where you're going with it. By the way, these comments are lit up, bro. Folks, folks is letting off a bunch of steam, and all I want to say, y'all, is I hear y'all. D. Cecil said that Emmy nod feels very disingenuous. Ray Smith said they don't want a Black Power couple. They always blame T'Challa for the marriage ending, but ignore that Storm betrayed him and Wakanda and stole the sword. Skybreaker did.
Let's talk about this. Hey, let's talk about Skybreaker real quick. Let's talk. And the reason why I say that, because if you just not reading the comments, you just not coming on board with John Ridley's run, and that's why we say read the comments, so you'll know fact from fiction. It's important because a lot of people say they read comics, but you can tell by their comments they have. Stormbreaker. T'Challa was out and about. This is doing the Ten of Swords storyline. Aurora uses the gate, the Krakoan gate, because they had a flower in Wakanda, put there because T'Challa and Aurora were married. Even though they had broken up, their love was still there. He trusted them. She used the Krakoan gate. She walked in. She ran into everybody. She ran into Ramunda. She ran into Shuri. And they all said, wait, he gonna give it to you. Wait till he get back. Nope, I can't wait. I got to take it now. What happened? T'Challa said, you ain't have to steal from me. I would have gave it to you. All you had to do was wait. What did Aurora say? I couldn't wait. He removed the Krakoan flower gate from Wakanda and said, you can't come back this way. We're not, John Ridley. John, you a damn writer. You are following Ta-Nehisi Coates. You got a job at a comic book that's got a damn library. I got a cell phone, me and D Real both. Well, Marvel Unlimited don't cost your rich ass much. You could have used it to research the damn comic. Instead, and I'm gonna say it right here, you and Nate Moore are the prime example why people look at y'all and they snap on brothers in interracial relationships. Because y'all do like this. You didn't have to do this, bro. You could have had that black man walk out with some respect. But either you don't care about him or you being told to do it. Either way, what you're telling me is that your blackness can be bought. I got nothing for none of y'all because of that very same damn reason. If we was in a line right now, I wouldn't stand side by side with y'all. Because I know
And
y'all
it's like, it seems like you do the whole Crabs and Barrel thing by tearing down T'Challa just to build up Tosin Aduya.
Did we need to do that?
No, not at all.
Did we need to tear? So we had to tear down one black person to uplift another. John Ridley, bro, I got no words for you at all. You pathetic piece of trash. That was pathetic. I can't even believe you wrote that. And I find it ironic that only Kevin Feige in Marvel Entertainment can be reached on Twitter. The brothers who doing the effed up stuff ain't got no Twitter accounts.
Okay. We in these comments, my man K-Pac wants to get in.
Yeah, he does.
On this conversation. I am not ignoring you, brother. I swear I'm not ignoring you. I'm juggling is what I'm doing. I'm trying to
on my side.
Do what?
Do I need to send him the link on my side?
Do that.
Okay. I got you, K-Pop.
Okay. I always want to hear a voice. I mean, if you got something, and he mentioned Yolande Noel. And Yolande Noel has expressed publicly that he would want that role. He want that smoke. He want all that Black Panther smoke. But has anybody responded to what Yolande Noel said?
No. Hey, ask K-Pop K-Pop, what's your Twitter? Put your Twitter in the comment section so we can get this over to you.
I think I had asked him to do that. I don't think he saw me or heard me. But
and not to be honest, there's so many, good candidates to continue the role of T'Challa. There's Yahya Abdul-Mateen II.
Yes.
There's Ilan Noel. All right. Hey, even John David Washington at this point. I mean, just like Theo Bo says, since you have a 5'6" Namor or whatever. Since you have a short Namor, having a short T'Challa wouldn't make much of a difference.
Tanaka Worker is 5. I'm taller than Tanaka Worker.
Bruh. Namor gonna be an angry short man with short man syndrome.
Napoleon complex.
And watch this. Watch this. It's an inside joke. I'm gonna say it one more time to the members of the LGBTQ. You got the heavyset dude that was a pacifist. I know members of the LGBTQ that are not pacifists. That was the role for y'all. To my Latino brothers, your hero, White Tiger, is at least 6 feet tall. They made do you know how tall Chris Evans is? Chris Evans is 6 feet, if not 6'1", 6 feet.
Thanks for going.
Yeah, he about 6 feet.
CP is our top priority.
Shorter than Robert Downey Jr.
Keeping your valuables and money out of sight. Report any issues by calling Metro.
They're always going to get to a point where they're gonna make this dude look inferior on screen. And they're gonna be, they got y'all money. They're gonna be, they got y'all money. They're gonna be, they got y'all money. Like, it's a reason why we respect the source material. The source material key. We, as people that like Batman, when they said they were casting 5'10" Michael Keaton as Batman, me and D Real, I know quite a few of us was looking at Warner Brothers like, wait, what?
They have made a lot of questionable casting choices. I personally have not seen Thor: Love and Thunder, But I'm gonna spoil a few things here. One of the end scene credits shows Zeus dispatching Hercules
Yes.
to go and kill Thor.
Yes.
That was Hercules?
Yes.
That
Wait,
dude was that dude was supposed to be Hercules?
these Steezer can account for this one.
He didn't have no muscles. He didn't have no muscles.
They built up Thor Love and Thunder on all these YouTube channels. I know I mentioned it myself, talking about Bash showing up in Thor Love and Thunder. Be real, how much camera time did she have?
Well, I didn't see the movie, but I was told that if you blinked, you might have missed it.
Bam.
It's like she only had a few seconds.
Yeah.
I got that.
I saw that for only a few seconds. For a
But
few
why
seconds.
hype her? Why hype her in all of these articles and all of this rhetoric and everybody Bai's gonna be in Thor Love and Thunder. Bai's gonna be in Thor Love and Thunder. And it's like,
You know why? You know why? You know why?
To assuage a certain demographic. To get y'all out there to go see that movie and then shortchange you. That's what's gonna happen with Black Panther Wakanda Forever. They tell her, ooh, Riri Williams and ooh, Atuma and ooh, Namor, and they're gonna get you out there and they're gonna shortchange you. I know we sound bitter, I know we sound jaded, but we've seen things, okay? 3 Spider-Men, 2 Thors, several Doctor Stranges, but you can't give us 2 Black Panthers on screen?
I said it once, I say it again. I'm gonna go back to it because I said on the video, I said art imitates life. I also said if you're good enough, you can get life to imitate art.
Facts.
Here is, we had President Obama get elected president twice. We saw how the world wrapped their collective arm around us in 2020. I'm gonna say this because I feel like this gets lost. We talk about Black pride. And Blurred, you heard, I don't see it as a weakness that I cry. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. Imagine when I get pissed. Because I don't cry when I get pissed. So when you look and you see me shed tears, there's a reason behind that, son. Don't take it for granted. Or you can play with fire and get burnt. Nevertheless.
More shots fired. Anyway, Skipintosh asks, I know y'all feel let down by Marvel's handling of T'Challa, but is there a depiction of him in MCU or comics that you are satisfied with? I'll start. All the depictions of T'Challa that I am satisfied with all occur prior to 2018 back. That's all the if you know Black Panther the movie, there's some things could have been tweaked, the CG could have been better, but overall, I'm satisfied with that. Civil War, I'm satisfied with that. And anywhere we go back in the comics from 2018 on back, I'm satisfied with all of that. Marvel's handling up to from 2018 on, not so much.
Now, me, I'm satisfied with, comic book wise. Basically, anything before John Ridley's run, especially in the Avengers comics, in which it's in the Age of Khonshu series, in which Black Panther fights Moon Knight.
Enter the Phoenix is dope too.
And I'm also satisfied with the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. Ta-Nehisi did a really good job because there's a short segment, I think it's in the final issue or the issue before the final issue, that T'Challa went to a hospital to heal a boy who was sick, to heal a black boy, you know?
I would say, and it's a plethora, it's more than one story. I like the story that I've just reviewed, the Doom War storyline. I'm liking it when Reed says to Bass, "I stand with T'Challa." I love that story for what it represents. When he went to go get his sister, if I could go back and get my mother, I know what loss is like. And if I could do what he did, I would do it. But he went back and got his sister. I love that storyline. I love the storyline when, and we gonna say it, the Intergalactic Empire storyline, when damn near every black superhero, Ta-Nehisi Coates put him in Wakanda. And we had damn near every black superhero standing. Now that's crazy. Standing beside T'Challa. Ororo, standing beside T'Challa. His sister, Shuri, standing beside. The Dora Milaje, the Hattusilize, all of Wakanda, every black superhero, standing beside T'Challa. Not in front of T'Challa, not behind T'Challa, beside him. Ain't that what it's supposed to be about, man? Like, I just get tired. I get tired.
And that ain't the first time, Theo. That ain't the first time, Theo. I remember reading a story. I believe it was on the Reginald Hudlin run.
Mm-hmm.
And Luke Cage was in the club. Okay, and I think it was like, I think P. Diddy or somebody was in the club, and T'Challa walked in.
Tell that story.
Instant respect. That's the kind of respect that somebody of T'Challa's stature is worthy of, should be extended to. And anytime you see a black superhero in a comic and they getting together with T'Challa, it's always like they're meeting a celebrity. And these are superheroes. These are established superheroes. Luke Cage, the Falcon, Misty, they all regard T'Challa as you that cat. You know what I'm saying? You the man. I mean, I think T'Challa is largely the reason Blade was able to join the Avengers.
Yes, I think Mr. Smith put it out there. He said, Luke Cage told T'Challa, "Hey man, I look up to you, bro. Like you my idol."
Yeah.
It's like when I look at my people, what's wrong with T'Challa being, even though he's fictional, right? He's fictional, we get that. But what's wrong with that?
John Henry's fictional too.
John Henry is, and no, we're not talking about John Henry from DC Comics. We're not.
No, I'm talking about John Henry.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Steel driving man, John Henry.
Man, you're not. See, most people don't know who you talking about. I know who you talking about. You ain't talking about. You ain't talking about the dude that wear the red cape. He's not.
Right.
Yeah, the one that wore the red cape, but he's still based on the real John Henry, though. On the original John Henry with the hammer.
Exactly.
I'll do the steel mill.
You're right, but what's wrong with the representation of T'Challa as a character? Like, okay, if T'Challa is a graceful, classy character, and Chadwick Boseman is the epitome of class,
right?
What was wrong with this character continuing to live to carry on that legacy of class? Like, I'm still asking myself this, because no anti-recaster, Roland Martin, or anybody else for that matter, can ever see why is death the only thing y'all got? And death ain't even the only thing y'all got with John Ridley's run. Now y'all got death and degradation on the table.
Mad disrespect.
All right.
Is that what we got to go to just for this dude not to be in the comics? Like, is this the level that we're going to go to make sure this dude is gone forever? Somebody said, and we talked about it, he said, if you want to, stop somebody's legacy, you just stop telling the story. Hell, make sure you tarnish it first, because ain't nobody want to pick it up.
And to be honest, it's like I was saying, like, you have Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, John David Washington, Elon Noel, even Reggae John Page. Each and every one of them were classy men who would make a great T'Challa recast.
Hell, if that's the case, watch this.
Aboard the Metro A-Line Blue.
The young lady played Minerva, playing a whole nother damn role in the MCU. Hell, let Idris Elba pick up the role of T'Challa. What? Who gonna tell me what? What? What I say? If that's what we doing, hell.
Why not, doggone it? I mean, I get where that comes from. I get where that comes from. It's about respect. At the end of the day, it's about respecting the IP. It's about respecting that character and the way they moving, the way they acting. They're showing that they don't have any respect for this character in any media. You know, how do you disrespect a character in comics and disrespect that character cinematically and just attempt to wipe out all vestiges of that character's existence? You don't want him nowhere. We don't want nowhere at all. And it's just like, okay, dude, you see all of this stuff back here on this wall, right? Y'all see all of this back here. What are you saying? You know what I mean? That I'm just supposed to better find something else to populate your walls because we getting rid of his ass.
Well, just like I stated in an old video of mine, it's like it's another attack on the black male image. Another attack on black male imagery.
Like, do you know they didn't drop another helmet? Do you know they didn't drop another helmet with purple lights this time?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Who's gonna wear
And they would act like it's new.
Who gonna wear it? Who gonna wear it in the movie? Is that something coming out in the movie? Is somebody gonna rock that in the movie?
This is another plot leak. Shorty don't put on the costume. Nobody puts on the costume. They gonna.
I see the Black Panther.
She not. That's another plot leak. We got that one. It's 3 plot leaks. It's 3 plot leaks. The one that Sinclair was talking about, right? The second plot, well, hell, it's 4. The plot leak that Sinclair was talking about today, where he gets the illness. The second plot leak is, okay, not only does he get the illness, but Okoye, Shorty, and Anika take turns wearing the Black Panther costume. Then the third rumor is nobody puts on the Black Panther costume. Shorty is gonna fight that stuff in what she's wearing because Nakia is pregnant. So the child that she carrying right now is gonna pick up the Black Panther mantle in Black Panther 3. That's the other room. That's what I'm sitting up here like, mind you, don't look at me like, when I say don't look at me like I'm crazy, I'm talking to y'all. Because Angela Bassett said there were, 5 or 6, 7 different scripts? I didn't say that. Angela Bassett said that. Martin Freeman said himself, he didn't look at the script. It don't make no damn sense. That was what he said before Marvel hollered at him and said, hey, don't change it. They said it was gonna be a great movie. What are we talking?
I agree with Gray in the comments. They are jealous of the character on his own. Black Panther generated more money than any of his counterparts in a solo film.
Sure did.
In a solo film, that's facts. Who else in a solo film? Who else in a solo film generated more? I mean, Spider-Man now, I believe, has generated more than 1.3 billion. But up until that point, Black Panther was the benchmark.
Now, this is the question that I have to ask, and it's a rhetorical question.
That means you don't want to answer.
No, because I want people to ask themselves the question. Why are we so passive when it comes to protecting our own? You keep talking to me about fighting. You keep talking to me about standing up. You keep talking to me about black. Why? Because right now, and I'm looking dead in the YouTube video, you passive as hell. You passive. You're supposed to stand up and fight. True leaders understand that, you know what? The best followers make the best leaders. But leaders also understand that if they can't fight, they find somebody else to fight for them. As we go forward in this movement, myself, D. Steezel, Mr. Smith, and everybody that's in that chat, we walk around daily on the ground, and there are people that don't know this character being killed off in this movie. That ain't on us. Last I checked, I'm at 444. That ain't on me. That ain't on D. Last time I checked, D is almost at 400. That ain't on us. That's on you. You took it, you ran with it, and you, playing a team sport, decided to play individual ball. So here we are. D-Real, how many days we out from the movie?
At this point, 24, 122.
122 days. And while you can brag about it trending, it ain't trending where it's supposed to be. Right out here in the streets of the United States of America. That's on you. It's on you, baby. So you, baby.
And honestly, you know, the fact
Kenneth
the
McAlpin in the comments. Hang on, Kenneth McAlpin in the comments. I agree with your statement about Spider-Man, but you know, they got to get their W's where they can get them. You know what I mean?
And look at the movies they've been dropping. All them movies are superhero movies with other superheroes in them. When's the last time they dropped a solo hero movie?
Black Panther. Black Panther.
Damn it.
Black Panther.
I would have said Shang-Chi because he fought by himself.
Shang-Chi, and if you count in series Moon Knight.
Right, but everybody else.
Whoever the Scarlet Scarab was, I don't think she count. And that wasn't even the right Scarlet Scarab.
Now watch this. This is why we say reading is fundamental. Riff. If you don't read these comments, you don't know what they're doing. If you don't collect the action figures, you don't know what they're doing. If you don't play the video games, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they're doing all the way across the board. It's like you sitting in one room of the house and you ain't coming out. You just know you ain't got Wi-Fi in your room. You don't know how that's affecting the rest of the house. That's the point. They are deliberately disparaging this character. Now, if you will drag the character, make the character look pathetic as hell, what does that say about how you feel about the actor that portrayed the character? Double speak is double speak all day. And telling people we will not recast the role due to his iconic performance, which transcends any other performance whatsoever, that's double speak all day. Think about it. Come on now, ain't nobody dumb around here.
And remember, Chadwick Boseman was promoting the movement, Prove Black Lives Matter to Hollywood. Killing off the child goes against that right there. That goes against what Chadwick Boseman stood for right there. In fact, both Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan were for that movement, Prove Black Lives Matter to Hollywood. And they can easily go onto Chadwick Boseman's Instagram and see it there.
Which is the problem. Because they saw Chadwick Boseman Instagram and, well, watch this. Chadwick Boseman, his father, Harold Miner, and Malcolm X. Those are three people he looked up to. His father, Harold Miner, and Malcolm X. Wasn't Martin Luther King.
For me, it was Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee, and of course, T'Challa.
We could have had a great, I mean, it's so many things we could have done to have a great movie. Okay, he's saying he sent us his Twitter page. I'm trying to get him in here. K-pop. Okay. Blake Frederick. Okay. Blake Frederick. Blake at, hold on. Let me tell you. I'm gonna get you, Blake. I got you. I got you, big dog. I got you.
Meanwhile, while he is on that, in the comments here, Skip and Ty said he went to the theater 20 times for Black Panther and bought a total of 24 tickets, brought people with him a few times. Now I'm going to tell you something. there's a movie that I have seen 7 times. And that's a movie I've seen. I think that's a movie I've seen the most. And it might be over a couple people's heads, but the 1980 version of Flash Gordon with the Queen soundtrack. I saw that movie in the theater 7 times. Okay, not because it was a good movie, but because of the escapism. Because I mean, in all, the movie didn't do so well, but over time it became a cult classic. I say that to say, if you see in a movie more than 3 times, you got love for what's going on in that movie. If people are, and I know we did it here, we got a busload of kids, black kids, rented out a theater. They all went to see Black Panther. Matter of fact, we had a Wakanda ball here where one of the extras from Black Panther, one of the Jabari, was the keynote speaker. And it was an outpouring of unity. It was an outpouring of our culture. And a lot of people want us to get back to that, but we can't get back to that because a lot of people ain't happy about what's going on, and the vast majority of people are oblivious to what's going on with this character. T'Challa is a fictional character, but T'Challa is a character that has meaning. T'Challa is a character that is inspirational. I know T'Challa inspires me. He inspires me to be a better person than who I am. He inspires me to be noble. He inspires me to be respectful. He inspires me to be strategic. He inspires me to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of my opposition, which I try to do. So
you mean without taking a break? You mean you playing chess? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I was having a petty moment.
I wouldn't say necessarily chess. If we want to define what T'Challa does when approaching the opposition as chess, sure. But I look at it like, if you do this, I'm gonna do this and this. If you do this, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. If you do this, I'm gonna do this, 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 and this. So the idea behind it is that how that old saying go, you gonna get tired before I will.
Absolutely.
So to just kind of give y'all understanding. Wow, Diesel said he saw in The Empire Strikes Back 20 to 30 times as a kid. Okay, so somebody like The Empire Strikes Back. Personally, Diesel, I think that was the best of the original 3 for me.
Be coming in. K-Pack should be coming in soon.
Okay, cool. Back in those days, films like that would stay in theaters until the home video release. I remember that. I remember Star Wars, the original Star Wars came out in May. I didn't see it until October of that year. May to October. They don't run movies like that no more. Movies don't show in theaters like that no more. Not until freaking October. Or I think what it was, it had a run in May and then it was done, maybe say like around July or August. But the clamor for it was so great that they re-released it again in the fall. And I went and seen it on my birthday in 1977.
Yeah, let me say this, if you don't mind me adding.
Go.
This our money. Our money is hard. Our money don't grow on trees. Don't feel pressured to go see this movie. Like, I that's kind of like the prevailing sentiment. If you want to go see it, go see it. But if your stance is, if he's not in it, I'm not gonna go check it out, because I'm not gonna go see no Batman movie and Bruce Wayne not in it. I don't know how much I need it. I'm not gonna go see no Batman movie with Dick Grayson, Commissioner Gordon, Barbara Gordon, Jason Todd, Damian Wayne, Timothy Drake, and ain't no Bruce Wayne. I went to go see Bruce Wayne. I didn't go to see the Batman family. Welcome to Gotham. That ain't what I went to go see. I went to go see Bruce Wayne. So I'm looking at us. Your money is your money. I shared that on Twitter today. Your money is your money. Do not feel pressure to go spend your money, especially when you take into consideration Marvel nor Kevin Feige has at one time felt pressure to even acknowledge us. And I'm real big on respect. So if you can't talk to me, you can't get my money. If you can't even acknowledge me, you damn sure can't get none of my money. So take it forward. Go tell your neighbors, go tell your friends, let them know, because there's way too many people that still believe T'Challa's gonna be in this movie. So educate.
Byron Smith, first, I see you in the comments, baby. What's up? Just kind of piggybacking on what my man Theo said. I think everybody in this chat knows, but I challenge y'all to tell 10 people that T'Challa is not going to be in this movie. They need to stop calling it Black Panther and just call the shit Wakanda Forever, because that's what they're focusing on, is Wakanda Forever, not Black Panther. And what he was saying about the Batman movie, so I got into an argument with somebody online saying this very thing. I wouldn't go see a Batman movie without Batman in it.
Right.
And somebody retorted at me and said, well, Joker was a movie that took place in Gotham City, and Batman wasn't in it. I bet you saw that. I said, yeah, I did see that movie, but that movie was called Joker.
Like, and
so I was not expecting to see Batman in that movie.
You have people that are so pressed to be right, they would just throw something out there. Like when Sinclair was talking about earlier, was well, he died in the comics. I just reviewed that. I'm reviewing that damn series. What issue? See, that's the whole thing. What issue did he die in? Okay, so you don't read comics. Own it. Well, I ain't gotta read comics to know about T'Challa. That's just like saying you don't have to know how to throw a football to be a quarterback. Yeah, you do. That's just like saying you're a point guard, but you can't shoot nor pass. That's like saying you a seamstress, but you can't sew. How?
If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you don't know. But if you in front of a bunch of people who look up to you and say, somebody asks you or challenges you on your knowledge, and your response is to deflect or retort with something that deflects rather than show your knowledge.
Oh yeah, speaking of the Joker movie, he was saying that actually in the Joker movie, Batman's in it. He's in it as a little boy Bruce Wayne.
Right, but again,
the Joker walks up to him and Alfred comes out and is like, no. So
but again,
actually in the movie.
Like I said, the movie ain't called Bruce Wayne. The movie ain't called Alfred. The movie ain't called Batman. It's called The Joker. So
but still
I'm not looking.
Bruce Wayne, though,
yeah, right. Know? But I'm not looking for Batman. Bruce Wayne being in that movie was a bonus. You see what I'm saying? So if you call that movie Wakanda Forever and T'Challa shows up at some point in that movie, bonus. Right.
Now watch this. Even what Sinclair said, D, that says a mouthful, because Bruce Wayne did show up in that movie. We watched Gotham. It was a TV series about young Commissioner Gordon. Do you know who they put in that movie? I mean, saying that TV series? Bruce Wayne. And we actually followed him from the time his mom and daddy got shot till he put on the first Batman costume. Damn, it ain't hard. You just gotta want to do it. But we as a people, we gotta stop making excuses for our own shortcomings. We gotta stop. Like, this is bigger than just a character. This is honestly, as far as I'm concerned, what Derek Bozeman was alluding to the last few seconds of his video. It's bigger than this. You cannot keep signing off on your own destruction Then trying to figure out why people ain't respecting you. They're showing you, and I don't care. Because what? We talking about the cast and crew. Somebody got mad at me when I said this. That's fine. We seen Django, the character Samuel Jackson played. It has always been one of us, and I'm not accusing anybody of doing that. But when you look at people that's constantly saying, go see this movie, give it a chance, even though we telling y'all, we knowledgeable, we know what's going on. It has always been one of us that has sold us out historically. Did I lie?
You're not.
By the way, speaking of the cast and crew,
ladies and gentlemen, here come K-Pod.
Okay.
K-Pod in the building. Sorry. The only member of the cast and crew that deserves really any type of respect would be not to be in the second movie, because he decided to do the movie Nope instead. So Daniel Kaluuya will not be reprising his role as Wakabi. All right.
And he's real easy to write out too anyway, because all we gotta say is he's in a Wakanda jail for treason for attempting a coup. Okoye leaves him, and if you were paying attention to Panther's Rage and the storyline I did, Wakabi's wife also leaves him during that storyline. It isn't Okoye. Her name is Chandra, and they have 2 children together. And she tired of dealing with him being a foot soldier to the king, and he's trying to tell her, well, my loyalty is to the king, and you don't understand. And he hauls off and smacks her.
Yep.
And being the strong black woman she is, she's like, bye. I ain't sitting here for this. I didn't sign on for this. K-Pop, finally, you made it. You here, you in the building, baby. What's up?
What's up, y'all?
Good?
What's up, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
What's going on? D-Real, tell us who runs the door Melage in the comments real quick.
Who runs the door Melage?
Yes, because I know what people think. But who runs the door Melage?
The king.
Who's the head door? Because I know what they think based on the movie.
It's Io, right? Oh, it was Io, right?
It's Anika.
Io, Anika. I know it's one of them. One of them.
It's Anika, Io's wife.
Right.
Koye was trained by Anika. We talking about representation, ladies, queen, sisters, LGBTQ. See, me and D do this stuff.
But we about to throw her in there as Okoye's subordinate.
Come on, somebody. Go ahead, K-Pop, man. You on here, man. We ain't bring you in here just to sit around.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you. We can hear you,
brother.
Hey, man,
speak your mind. Speak your mind, bro.
First of all, I want to tell y'all thank you for letting me on, man. It's a pleasure. I follow both of you guys, and I trust me, I'm a big Black Panther fan too. I'm not as knowledgeable. I'm not like y'all probably know way more than me. Black Panther was like one of my favorite comic book artists growing up. I'm 32 years old, so I've been reading comics since I was 10, 11, 12. Yeah. You know, here's a funny story. I tell a lot of people.
Wait, time out. Did you say you was 13?
No, 32.
Oh, okay. I'm like, boy.
No.
That's bad boys like a mug.
No. I say I've been reading comics since I was like 11 or 12, but Black Panther was one of the first comics I read. Funny story is, I tell people this all the time, but a lot of people don't believe me. I actually wrote a screenplay for a Black Panther film back in 2005, way before the MCU even kicked off. Like, I know how to write screenplays. I do concept art. I do illustrations, graphic design. I actually sent y'all a tweet. I did some concept art for like recast the T'Challa campaign.
Beautiful artwork, by the way. Like I need to ask you, can I share that in a video that I?
Yeah, you can. Most definitely.
I give you all the love, all the admiration, all your flowers. That is some beautiful artwork. Yes.
I appreciate that.
Bro, we got plans. You're gonna have to get at us later on. We got plans, bro. For real.
Matter of fact, I don't know if I can. If you want, I can share my screen if you want to show. If you want the audience to see it. I don't know if you
Well, no, I'm not talking about right now. I mean,
Oh,
we
okay.
give
Oh, okay.
we give you a
we gonna
platform.
talk?
Trust me. We give you we give you a platform. I'm just
When he say
saying
we gonna
later
talk K-pop,
we got
we gonna talk.
irons
Okay.
we got irons on the fire is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
but yeah. I wrote a screenplay. Like I told you, I didn't know how to write screenplays. I wrote a screenplay back in 2005. This was before the MCU even took off. I didn't finish it. You know, I got discouraged. I just life happened. But long story short, I did that concept art because I'm so adamant about this, man. I'm just so serious about it. You see me in the comments all the time, Theo. I'm like, man, this is some bullshit what they doing with T'Challa in the comics, man, and in the movies. Like how? There's so many ways they could have just went about recasting T'Challa without them having to kill him on. And if the leaks that you guys are saying is true, I'm not about to watch that shit, man. I am not. Excuse me for cursing, but I am not about to waste my money going to watch like that. I don't understand what it is going with Marvel, man. I saw last Marvel movie I saw was Thor: Love and Thunder. I didn't go to the movies to see it. I ain't gonna lie, I actually bootlegged the movie.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I don't blame
No
you.
judgment. No judgment. No judgment
I'm
at
not
all.
mad at you.
I bootlegged the movie, man, and I was disappointed. I had to cut that thing off halfway. I'm like, man, that movie was bad. Like, if y'all know the storyline of Gore the God Butcher. That man ain't killed one god in that damn movie.
My daughter went to go see it, and I was like, how many
How you got a character in the movie called Gore the God Butcher and he ain't killed nobody?
But here's the thing. You know what's funny? How is it they got Wanda killing all these characters in Multiverse of Madness and it completely against her character, but they got a character named Gore the God Butcher. Now, if you read the story arc of Gore the God Butcher.
Oh, Gore was murdering the shit out of people in the comics.
Well, look, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Folks don't understand. Gore is so badass.
Yeah.
He was putting on Thor.
Yep.
Nick Fury just whispered to Thor. Gore was right. And he couldn't pick up his hammer no more. He said, What'd you say?
Gore was like,
that's how we got, y'all gonna tell him. That's how we got Thor carrying that other damn hammer in the comic.
Stormbreaker. Gore was like Majin Buu was to Goku and the Z Fighters and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
He whipped Thor's ass so bad, like so many times, they had to get Thor from the past, Thor from the future, and Thor's grandchildren just to be, and he still lost. Like, man.
They nerfed the shit out of Gore. They did. And when I saw how he looked, when I saw the look, I was like, why does he look like Uncle Fester from the Addams Family? Why is he looking like, I mean, you know, and then they like, oh, well, he's going to be great in the movie though. See, and this is what I mean about how they gas you and tell you, oh, some shit's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. Look at this. It's going to be fantastic. But you looking at it and you like,
It's like this. Let me say this. Because I keep going back to, because I really just want us to think about something. We got a movie that's coming out with one black male who doesn't believe in forward advancement. So let me just sit M'Baku off to the side, because we are looking at us and how we're being portrayed on the big screen. I'm tired of seeing, look, Snowfall, Power, Book of Power, Raising Kanan, P-Valley and all that other stuff. Okay, cool.
Tired of it, man.
That's all we do. That's all we do. We can't come up legit. We ain't smart. We ain't.
Watch this. When we talk about Sam Wilson, people didn't think Sam Wilson is Captain America, but you don't know his rank structure. You're really not even sure what branch of the military.
And how he can't afford to finance a boat? He's a veteran.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna get there with you, D. I'm gonna get there with you.
Okay.
I want us to see, we talking about representation, and I'm so damn sick and tired of people throwing shots on us. You black too. So when me and D Steez are arguing, I'm gonna say D Real arguing from a point about black representation, you black too, unless it don't matter. So let's be clear. Let's go through black representation in Marvel Cinematic Universe. We got Sam. Now, first of all, let's talk about Lucas who played in Captain America: The First Adventure. Gabe. He played the character Gabe. Well, hell, if you ain't never read Nick Fury and the Howler Commandos, you don't know who Gabe is. So you ain't even looking at Derek Luke. But he played a character. How many lines did he have? Mind you, Derek Luke is an accomplished actor who's played across from some Oscar-winning actors.
Antoine Fisher with Denzel Washington?
Yes, the boy got something. So now let's look at it. You got Sam Wilson, so black and happy to have the Falcon, a black superhero. You never stop to ask the critical question. Why does this black superhero, while being in the military, why I don't know his rank? Then if we speed up to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, why he broke? He gets a VA housing loan. You got USAA and Navy Federal. The dude's an Avenger. Vision bought a whole damn lot. We can say Wanda created a house because she did, but Vision bought a whole damn lot. How Vision afford a lot and Sam broke? Black people. Stop being happy about stuff and start asking yourself some questions. Lamar Hoskins still runs around in Marvel Comics. That was John Walker family that got killed in the comics. That's what had John Walker acting like an ass in the comics. Why did we flip that to Lamar Hoskins? Sergeant Major Lamar Hoskins, a staff NCO E9. Black folks, we talking representation. So does the black military matter? Black women. You already had this conversation about Monica Rambeau. That should have been the first female Captain Marvel.
Can I say something?
Okay. Go ahead.
I don't need to cut you off, Theo. You made a great point. You made a great point. I'm glad you brought that up because I was watching Back to the Bus today, and then he was talking about the same thing you're talking about right now. How is it they did? First, I want to get on Sam because you just brought up Sam. I was pissed off with what's the actor that played Sam Wilson?
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, y'all heard what he said after Chadwick died. He said, "Well, nobody can play the role. Like, how you gonna get up there and say some shit like that? You know how hard it is for black actors to get roles in prominent roles in Hollywood. Yes. You gonna get up there and say some shit like that?
And you got that was saying K-Pack when he said it. It was like, so Anthony Mackie, we remember you from She Hate Me. Mm-hmm. We put you on. The black fans put you on because wasn't nobody white buying them damn movies, bro. We put you on. Yep. We knew when you got an 8 Mile, you really couldn't rap. We was like, how y'all finna have Anthony Mackie play this role? But nevertheless, we put you on.
Tupac and Notorious.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Right. So you got this change. Mm-hmm. You got Captain America 4. Young man, you finna buy a movie studio. I hope you do better by black people than that nonsense that you let come out your mouth. Now let me get to Gabrielle Bouveau, the female from the Jamie Foxx show.
Garcelle. Garcelle.
Marcel.
Garcelle Bouvier.
Garcelle.
Yeah.
You got 2 sons. You went on your talk show and said you couldn't see anybody else playing Black Panther. You got 2 sons, Queen. Your 2 sons, and say, I'm gonna say this for all the women and all the men. Your 2 sons deserve the same thing somebody else's 2 daughters deserve. My daughters deserve the same thing that somebody else's sons deserve. Heroes to call their own. Queen, don't you ever fix your mouth to say something you know nothing about. If you don't know it, bring somebody on that does. Anthony Mackie, you're a black man. What you said.
Back of the bus is in the building.
He gatekeeping.
Back of the bus is in the building. Yeah. What up, y'all?
Anthony Mackie, what you said was reprehensible because black actors replace black actors all the time. Mm-hmm. Get it right. Because it is, I'm saying it now, it's boycott Black Panther 2. It ain't no, you gonna recast T'Challa, but F the movie.
Yeah, I didn't want to see that.
The movie.
And another thing, where's Armor Wars at? Why does that take us so long to come out? You know, James War Machine Rhodes, Don Cheadle as James Rhodes.
You talking about the series which we were supposed to premiere?
Yeah.
You talking about the series that makes sense? Now let me help people out. Armor Wars is not Rhodey's story. K. Dot made a statement on his video, and I agree with it. He says Sam Wilson is following Steve Rogers' legacy. Okay. When we're looking at Armor Wars, that's not James Rhodes' legacy. That's Tony Stark's legacy. And the Armor Wars is an honest-to-God storyline featuring Tony Stark. Featuring Tony Stark. We should have got James Rhodes after that Demon in the Bottle storyline that they tried to put out there in Iron Man 2.
Demon in a Bottle. Demon in a Bottle was super condensed in Iron Man 2. That was a whole storyline that ran for I think 20 something issues where Tony Stark was struggling with alcoholism and just quit being Iron Man. It's like, here, you take it. I don't want to be Iron Man no more. But that would have put a black man in a positive light.
They don't want that.
So now we got, watch this. Let K-Pac, you here. So I'm looking at my people. I keep looking at us. So you see James Rhodes get you follow the MCU. My people, my fans, I'm right here with you. You watch Iron Man 3. You seen the extremist virus. You seen Tony take the arc reactor out and heal Pepper so she ain't got to blow up no more.
Here we go.
Y'all saw that.
Here we
I saw it also.
Here we go.
So you go see Captain America Civil War. Now, I don't know why James Rhodes ain't got no parachute in his stuff, but even Sam Wilson got a parachute in his harness. James Rhodes.
Thought about that.
Wakanda builds better?
Hey, I ain't saying James Rhodes get shot down. And y'all fell in love with the Tony Stank line that nobody bothered to ask any questions why the extremist virus wasn't used right then, right there to heal Rhodey. Black people.
I never thought about that.
I'm looking at that. We talking representation. See, this is why I pay to know the comic books. Because the extremist virus was used in Iron Man 3. Watch this. If you don't know the extremist virus, you don't know that Iron Man was murdered by Carol Danvers in Marvel's Civil War 2. You know how he came back to life? Because he had extremist virus in the system. You didn't see nobody at the end of the movie. All you heard was a metal lung beating. The only reason why, watch this. The only reason why Robert Downey Jr. ain't in the MCU and Chris Evans ain't in the MCU because they quit. Marvel didn't want them to go. They quit. If you wasn't reading up, not just watching it, if you wasn't reading up on Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there's a reason why they said Captain America was on the moon. Because the writer, the showrunner, asked Marvel, where are we saying Cap at? It ain't your business where Cap at. Tell them he's on the moon. That's why you got that vague statement that Captain America is on the moon. So old man Steve, who still has the super soldier serum, can come back whenever Chris Evans decides he want to put on them stars and stripes again. Robert Downey Jr., if he ever feel like being Iron Man again, the extremist virus is right there. That's a plot hole waiting to be exposed to bring him back.
You're the first person I've heard say that about the extremist virus. I didn't even think. I forgot about that. I was like,
reading is fundamental.
That's what we tell people. Reading is fundamental. Be like, oh man, they killed off Tony Stark. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because the actor left. They did away with the role because the actor left. But you need to know if the actor decided to come back because they look at him as being a key cog in the wheel. Why you think Chris Evans got a fifth movie? Not Chris Evans. Why you think Chris Hemsworth got a fifth movie? Got a fourth movie?
And they dropped the ball on that one.
Why you think he get a fifth movie? He ain't going nowhere.
And and I heard they making another one.
Yeah. He ain't going nowhere.
They ain't done. And he got a couple more he gonna crank out. But white actors get those kind of contracts. Right. They get them open-ended contracts. They get the only black actor I know that got wild, crazy, stupid contract like that is Samuel L. Jackson. And they would be a fool not to give him a contract like that because Samuel L. Jackson is a guaranteed box office draw.
Now, here's the question. In Civil War 2, right? In the comics, didn't War Machine die at the very beginning?
Yep.
Yeah. And Carol Danvers.
And that's why Carol Danvers put hands on Tony.
Because she was in a relationship with Rhodey at the time.
Exactly.
I just like I said,
but we don't want to tell that story, do we?
Yeah. It's the critical thinking question for me. Watch this, K-pop. You watched the movie Black Panther, and nobody thought to ask the question except for those of us that know. You saw the dude be more upset with the guy that stole than the dude that killed his daddy. Now watch this.
Mm-hmm.
The dude that killed his daddy, the actor, Nate Moore, has a bromance with this dude, much like he has with Sharon Carter. Zemo killing T'Chaka is finna show up in the Thunderbolts. The dude that's responsible for killing T'Chaka got off with basically nothing. But in this movie, we're talking about representation, right? So let me give y'all the lives that we've lost in Black Panther. First of all, I still don't know who the hell Njobu is. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know who the hell that is. It's Sion. But even with that one, you replace the honorable character with a dishonorable character. Come on, we talking Black representation. Then we got the Black character, the father, T'Chaka, in his prime, with superhuman cat-like reflexes, kill his brother in a way we've never seen Thor or Steve Rogers try to do to Loki or Bucky. And Loki and Bucky then killed hundreds. Never tried to kill him. In that movie, we saw the brother kill his brother. We talking Black representation. We talking Black Lives Matter. The brother killed the brother.
Art representing life.
Watch this. People get so hung up on Killmonger, and that's what killed me about this other dude. You let people poke fun, laugh in your face, talk about Killmonger. This is what I do to educate Black people. You say you like Killmonger? Yeah. He was hard in the movie? Yeah. Tell me what you like about Killmonger. Oh man, I said no. I'm gonna tell you what you liked about Killmonger. You like two scenes: the museum scene on the cliff. In the museum, we said, "How you think your ancestors got it?" That line resonated with every Black person because we all know the museum stole from Africa. We all know, give it back. Then that line when he said, when he had the blade sticking out his chest, "Just let me die," because even my ancestors knew death was better than bondage. Not sure about that one because I don't know nobody that never came back and tell me death is all right. But nevertheless, that statement resonated with people. But K-pop, you watch movies. You look like you like action movies.
Yep.
You've seen Be Real, Sinclair the Wolf, myself, my daughter. We've seen movies where the woman is standing and the dude is holding her hostage with a gun right here. And we've seen it where the hero shoot through here, kill the dude behind her. Or the dude got her and we've seen where the hero shoot right by her head, hit the dude in the head behind her and blood splatter all on her face and stuff like that. Ryan Coogler gave you something different. He gave you a Black man murdering a Black woman. You took it. Like that's what we talk about representation. It didn't have to be written like that, but it was. He killed the Dora Milaje. Why we didn't see Killmonger kill somebody from the border tribe? Why we didn't see him kill a Jabari? We saw him kill a Dora. Why? We also saw him go after Shorty, which is crazy because T'Challa, played by who? Chadwick Boseman. Saved her from being killed. In every instance, Eric Killmonger, aside from them lines he uttered in the museum and on the cliff, was a homicidal, bloodthirsty maniac who was getting ready to wage war, irresponsible war. He was getting ready to wage it. That's our idol. That's the dude we want running Wakanda.
He ain't been king for
we want to look
He's
up
a jerkweed. He's a jerkweed in the comics too.
Right.
Okay,
So,
I just got done doing the Jungle Action Run with Panthers Rage. He's beating the shit out of his own henchmen. He's smacking them around. He's humiliating them. He lied to T'Challa. In the original continuity, he came to T'Challa at Avengers Mansion
Yes.
and lied to him to
Yes.
get T'Challa to take him to Wakanda. When he got to Wakanda, first of all, he smuggled somebody into Wakanda, a white guy who has a propensity for men.
He did.
And then stole weapons. Yeah, and then stole weapons from Wakanda while he was in Wakanda. Is this your king? You see what I'm saying? This is who y'all want to be Black Panther? This despicable, no scruples having ass individual. He's a villain. At the end of the day, he's a villain. He might support your thought processes and he might support what you believe, but you got to stop and think for a second. Is he doing that to win you over?
That's why.
Go ahead. Not only that, Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it Shuri or was it Bass who told T'Challa to put the blade where it belongs before he stabbed Killmonger?
That was Shuri, and that was before the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. That was about Namor.
Yeah, he did that. What you was getting ready to say, K-Pop? You was getting ready to say something.
I was just gonna say, you brought up a good point, Be Real. You gotta think about it. Killmonger was an asshole in the comics. A lot of people don't know that. He was an asshole in the comics. But But you just brought up a good point. That's the image they want that's the image that Hollywood wants to show what Black men are. They don't want to see the good noble king T'Challa. They want you to see the arrogant killer Killmonger. That's what they want you to see.
You know what, K-Pop? It was funny. And this is, like I said, I look at us. Because it is. I mean, it's just, it's real life. If you just walk around every day. He said, Hollywood wasn't ready for that.
No.
Theo. Somebody in the comments summarizes this perfectly about Killmonger. Gray says he's institutionalized. That's why he couldn't see past his apartment in the ancestral plane. Come on now. Facts,
that's great. He be on Twitter all the time. Like he lay out the real, man. And that's the thing that I'm like, let's focus on that. Like, let's look at that for a second. Like, man, what are we talking about? If it's black, it's black. If we talking about positive representation, what are we doing? And it can't be where our blackness can be bought. That's got to stop. Our blackness cannot be bought. It can't be for sale. And I asked somebody the other day, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I said, because I mean this with my heart. Knowing my financial situation, if somebody came to me today and said, I'll give you $10 million if you sell out the black race, I'm gonna be broke. If somebody came to me and offered me $100 million, me knowing my financial situation, he said, I'll give you $100 million. Opened up the briefcase and everything. That money right there, it's legit. All them bills real. We'll give you $100 million if you'll sell out the black race. I got to stay where I'm at. I can't do that.
That's integrity.
I can't. A hero that means as much to me as other heroes mean to them. I would never suggest what they're talking about doing with T'Challa, with a Bruce Wayne, with a Diana Prince, with a Clark Kent, with a Shooter, with a Barbara. I would never. As a matter of fact, they put out a petition. I'm probably gonna do like quite a few people who aren't black have done. Sign the petition, my damn, saying, man, don't do this. We're not doing it.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I don't understand how we're complicit with it. I don't understand how we poke fun at it. I don't understand how we want to just start ridiculing those who take it seriously, who are taking it seriously for more than just comic book reasons. We're taking it seriously for people reasons. Now you want to cry because you felt like, because now you find out they finna say this dude got an illness. We've been telling y'all what they was gonna do with this character. You didn't take us seriously. Why? If black is all that in a bag of chips, why was what Kevin Feige said, Gloria Randolph, and Vox from New Rock Stars, everything awesome or always, comic book cast, why was they word better than ours? Let me guess, because our subscription numbers aren't high. Amazing. our subscription number.
Truth is incumbent upon your subscriber base. If I got more subs than Theo, then my truth is prevalent. If Theo got more subs than me, his truth
I'll be
is
right back,
prevalent.
y'all.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about for people on YouTube. And just like I know Theo said it on his videos, and I've said it on mine. I'm here for the subs, but I ain't here for the subs. What we've agreed upon, Theo and I, we gonna grow our pages organically. I'm not trying to jump to 1,000 overnight or 10. If it happens, don't get me wrong. If it happens, I'm cool with it. But that's not my path. You see what I'm saying? And I'll be able to say, didn't nobody buy me? Didn't nobody sell me? Didn't nobody pimp me? Didn't nobody get me to do nothing that I didn't want to do or say nothing that I didn't want to say? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying somebody coming to you and saying it, but you looking at your situation and saying, this is what I got to do to get subs, or this is what I got to do to get people to start watching my channel. And this guy, no, man, if you want truth, come to my channel. If you want all that fluff and bullshit, go see them other cats, because I'm not about that life.
Bro, I'm like this. I'll start to say Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. We ride together, we die together. We're gonna be bad boys for life. We gonna give y'all that real information. We gonna share. And if people be like, well, you spreading innuendo, you spreading conspiracies. The reason why I say what I say on my videos is because if it's a rumor, I want you to address it. Because I don't want Marvel being comfortable. If you think we finna go for that over there, no, we not. If you think we finna go for that over there, I'm finna shine some light on it. There's only one thing we going for. And me, you know, I got multiple demands on the table. Recast T'Challa, Honor Chadwick Boseman, and they are non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. So people can say what they want to. You can feel how you want to feel. You can get on your YouTube channel, say whatever. I don't care. I said what I meant. I meant what I said. It's Recast T'Challa, Honor Chadwick Boseman. I'm not accepting anything less. And Honor nominating him, because he ain't won it, nominating him for a voiceover, that ain't nothing but you patronizing me. So you can miss me with that one. No, do right by this dude. The dude that y'all say y'all love. The dude that Roland Martin tell me I don't know nothing about. Yeah, Roland, because watch this. Let me go ahead and say this. Crazy, because we don't know him personally. But we saw what happened in regards to the family and the court system and the monies. I could be wrong. I could be. But my friends, to a degree, know my financial situation. Who paid for Chadwick Boseman's burial? I'll wait. That was a rhetorical question. Who's paying for his family's burial? Oh, that's his wife. So all these co-workers, that's capping. Because that's what they are, co-workers. Where they at in this? At some point in time, black had better start being black at some point in time, or our children are going to be going through what we going through, what our grandparents went through. They might have it 10% better, 5% better, but that dream of equality, as long as we keep settling, they won't get it. As long as we keep making excuses, talking about it's chess.
Everybody, what my man say? Everybody want to be a Negro till it's time to be a Negro.
Right. I stopped playing checkers a long time ago, and
I mean, I'm not gonna smile and cheese for nobody to get them to like me. I'm not gonna smile and cheese for nobody because they say this is what it is and you just have to accept that. Okay, I probably can't change it, but I ain't gotta accept it. Okay, and I don't, and I will speak in all my energy and all of what I say, you gonna know that I don't accept that shit. And for somebody to come to me and say, we might need somebody later on as an ally.
You should be here now. If it's about being black, see, that's the whole thing. I'm trying to be respectful. But that slave mentality, see, if it's about being black, the ally should already be here.
We
Let me say-
might
let me say that
need.
one more time. If it's about being black, my brother, the ally that you talking about we might need should have already had their happy ass over here. Do you know why the ally ain't over here? Because you ain't educated the ally. You ain't educated the ally on the character that they should be looking out for. That ain't on me. That ain't on me. Everybody,
some people claim to be leaders. Some
Right.
people claim to be leaders. And if you're a leader, and allyship is what you seek, perhaps you should have sought it before what God said. God said.
Watch this. Our channels have grown. Our channels have grown. And our channels have grown based on the knowledge, not the smiling, not the movie reviews. Our channel is growing off the strength, nothing else for the most part, the strength of what we know about T'Challa. That's what our channels are growing off of. When we talk to people, we talk about this character. We give them stuff they don't know, stuff they might have forgotten about. That's important when it comes to caring for a character. When you hear people ridicule this character, they can't tell you anything about the character. It's saved for something that somebody told them. Well, he dies in the comics. Which one?
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Let me cut you off, Matt. I want to show y'all something real quick. Y'all see this?
Yes, we do. That's fire.
Bro, that's beautiful. Like
that's nice, man. You did that?
Yeah, I did this. I'm such a huge Black Panther fan, and I was a huge fan of Chadwick Boseman. Like, he was my #1 favorite actor. Funny, he's from South Carolina. I'm from South Carolina too. So when he got announced to play Black Panther, I was taken back. I was like, let's go. And then when he showed up in Civil War, I damn near jumped out of my seat. I say, finally, we get a real live action T'Challa. Now, fast forward, when he died, I actually cried when he died. I would say,
bro, you weren't by yourself. That still hurts. I gotta watch talk about it because it hurt.
I don't even cry over actors, but that hurt me. But I just knew in the back of my mind, I was like, what? They're gonna do something. They're gonna do something with this movie. They up to something, because that's right around when they started transitioning into the MCU. And then you look at it now. I'm sitting there thinking, how do they expect this movie to be successful? You got fans online saying, already talking about boycotting this movie. They're not going to see it. You can go any forum, Reddit. People are already talking about not wanting to see this movie. Like a year ago, a lot of people was like against recasting. Now, a year later, ever since E-Man and Theo and Be Real started talking about recasting T'Challa and Back of the Bus, now everybody jumping on it and starting to see. You got news outlets saying the same thing, recast T'Challa. Why is Marvel not paying attention? Why is Marvel not listening and saying, okay, the fans want T'Challa? This character has over 50 plus years of story. 1966.
I think it goes back. You ask a great question, K-pop, but it goes back to what Derek Boseman said. Like, sometimes the truth is just so there, it's so simple that we want it to be more than what it is. But no, sometimes that's just what it. But that's just that. It is what it is. It ain't complicated. They don't want to see a black man being a king, laying dead in the street, being a victim, being murdered. Look at how they popping up this movie. If Chadwick Boseman dies of an illness, he's the victim.
How?
If he's hurt, he was killed. Not Chadwick Boseman, but the character.
No.
Either way, so it's like, this is what this is. Not saying you, but I'm saying, like,
yeah.
That statement was true. Hollywood don't want to see it. Well, let's look at it. What are our most what are our most popular shows on TV? I'll wait.
Power, P-Valley, Snowfall.
Negative shit.
Negative shit.
Negative.
Here's the stupid thing. Okay, they're gonna kill T'Challa off by disease. How you gonna kill T'Challa off by disease? You got Wakanda. Can't Wakanda heal bullet wounds. And
You talking about the same way they did vibranium with Eric Ross? Wait a minute. Why we ain't use that vibranium to heal James Rhodes? My bad. You know what? Vibranium is allergic to black folks. Vibranium allergic.
Boy, they
Make it make sense. Make it make sense, Marvel. Please make it make sense.
I like the statement Grand Madam made earlier. How he get sick?
How? 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 All that damn technology.
Wait,
How?
hold on, time.
Houseway.
For a long time now. T'Challa ain't never had a damn cold, let alone been sick.
Right. And you know one thing? Even when Chadwick Boseman was still alive, right? And I was thinking to myself, you know what? Let's say Chadwick Boseman decided to quit playing the role. This is before Chadwick Boseman passed away, right? I was thinking, okay, if Chadwick Boseman decided he was tired of playing T'Challa, I was like, you know who would be good for him? This is before I found out he was Mortal from Doctor Strange. But what's his name? Chigwit Yeah. I thought you would make a good T'Challa recast in case Chadwick Boseman decided, okay, he didn't want to play T'Challa anymore.
He would have.
And this is while Chadwick Boseman was still alive.
Let me go back to this. We're gonna like this one. Can we go back to the fact that the movie was either still in the movie theaters or on Blu-ray, available for sale, Blu-ray, DVD? Nate Moore said it's nothing more than a mantle, and Ryan don't be married to T'Challa as the character. The movie it's 3 months. It's in the movie.
April of 2018.
Can we
came out February?
When people talk, I'm looking at my brothers and sisters. The dude made this statement in April. The movie's still in the movie theaters, if I'm not mistaken. What y'all want us to say?
We can't be too surprised.
Nate Moore says not Nate Moore. Ryan Coogler says he wants to explore the women of Wakanda. Hold on. Take a look at Black Panther 2. What do you see? The women of Wakanda. What are we talking about?
On the promotional shirt, they got they have Okoye, they have Shuri, they have Nakia and Riri Williams.
Nobody paying to see that.
Mbaku's not even on there.
Nobody paying to see them.
Exactly.
Somebody gonna pay to see it, K-Pop. You know why somebody gonna pay to see it?
Not me.
Because the average movie goer has no fucking knowledge of what they're going to see. All they know is, ooh, a bunch of black people. I'm finna go see that. I guarantee you it's 100,000 people that are gonna go see that movie based on nothing but the fact that there are people who got skin like them in that movie.
I want to say real quick, this is how I would have did Black Panther 2. If I was writing Black Panther 2, I would have, there's so many different routes. You could have just said, okay, instead of killing off the child, and like E-Man's reviews, he says all the time, there's so many, they could have done a multiverse T'Challa, they could have done the Star-Lord T'Challa. You could have had this would have been a perfect opportunity to bring the intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. You could have had T'Challa go off somewhere, say he's on a mission. Bring it. They should have just halted this movie, push it back to 2023, 2024. Right. You could have had T'Challa going off into space. You could have just said, "Oh, T'Challa's not here." You could have introduced, instead of introducing Namor, you could have saved that for a third film, and Dr. Doom saved that for a third film. If you really wanted to introduce, focus on the women of Wakanda, you could have done a Disney Plus show. Who wouldn't watch that? Exactly. Who wouldn't watch that? And then bring in, after everybody had done mourning, bring in the T'Challa into the Black Panther 2, 2023, 2024. Everybody got over the T'Challa passing, rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace. Then you bring in the storyline where, okay, T'Challa's back, but there's a threat out there. You got the intergalactic Empire of Wakanda ran by multiverse Killmonger. That's a perfect way to bring in Michael B. Jordan. Everybody want him back.
Exactly.
Bringing a multiverse, and this Killmonger is worse than the one from the first movie.
Heck, even if they wanted to put in Galactus, have Killmonger work for Galactus, they could have thrown that in, or have him work for Kang,
And in the comics,
comics,
and in the comics,
as long as Galactus wasn't a cloud.
Right.
but that would have been a whole lot better. And then you could have cast someone like you could have had two multiverse T'Challas. You could have let the audience decide which one would stick around.
Yeah, just like Into the Spider-Verse, they had not Into the Spider-Verse, but No Way Home. They had Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, with Tom Holland. Like for Black Panther with the multiverse T'Challas, they could have had what we call Yahya Abdul-Mateen and Elon Noel. Or if Yahya Abdul-Mateen said no, they could have just had Elon Noel and Regé-Jean Page. Because remember, variants don't have to look like the original. So the whole thing with Regé-Jean Page being a lighter tone of a black man, he's a variant. Nice artwork, by the way.
Loki had a woman, Loki. Loki had a child, Loki.
Alligator Loki.
Black Loki. Okay, so there is absolutely no reason why I can't. With a multiverse, they literally have no excuse whatsoever why they cannot have a T'Challa in their universe. That is a choice, and to keep twisting people's minds up and saying you're doing it to honor him. You know what I'm saying? The only time you get rid of something, and you don't even get rid of it, when an athlete stops playing in a sport and you retire his jersey, the jersey's still up in the stadium. You can still look at it and reference it and say, look, that's Jordan's jersey. Look, that's Ahmad Rashad's jersey. You can still reference it, but to just wipe every single vestige of that character and say we're doing it to honor the actor, that's some dirty pool right there. That's some dirty ass pool.
That reminds me of them getting rid of the Mamba Academy after Kobe Bryant died. They shouldn't have done that. They should have kept his academy going, his team and stuff going,
Yeah, I mean, it's to me, it boils down to the fact that, and this is a quote. I thought it was Spock, but it's actually Sherlock Holmes. When you eliminate all possibilities, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. What are we looking at? We're looking at a character being systematically eliminated in all forms of media. The question you got to ask yourself, why? Why is this character being eliminated across all forms of media? Because he's a powerful character, because he's a strong character, because he's superior to a gang of white characters. And that don't look right to them.
T'Challa pimp slapped 20 stuff in the comics.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I learned something new about T'Challa right there.
I've got that image on a lot of my thumbnails, a couple of my thumbnails.
In the age of Khonshu, not only did T'Challa whoop Moon Knight, we learned that T'Challa and his entire bloodline, starting from Bashinga, can control Thor's hammer. They can live to control Thor's hammer. And they actually obeys their bloodline.
And wielded the Phoenix Force. Effectively. You know what I'm saying? Didn't just like, oh, I gotta figure out how it works. Just jumped in and started doing it and was washing other superheroes who had the Phoenix Force.
And see, this is the thing I wanted to mention to Theo. We gotta remember, Kevin Feige already came out of his own mouth and said he don't read the comics. So you got the,
and he's the head. He's in charge.
Yeah. Exactly.
And he don't read comics. So that speaks volumes right there. Oh, Black Panther. I don't know what's going on with him. Fuck it. Let's just get rid of him. And that sounds like something you could say in minutes, huh?
Well, this is the thing. T'Challa has damn near. I like what you said. Be real. Y'all know T'Challa done beat all the Avengers. He done beat Captain America, Wolverine, Deadpool. He done beat Thanos on his own.
In the cartoon, he beat Thor. He outsmarted Thor.
Yeah, Thor. He beat Spider-Man. He damn near soloed off the whole Avengers by himself with no help. Damn near like this. It just really like I can't even find the words. It really bothers me that here it is in 2022. You got our own people out here saying, like, I try to have this conversation with somebody on the street, like a friend. They're looking at me like, why are you so hyper about a fictional character? I'm like, do you not see what this represents? Do you not see what they're doing? Exactly. Art imitates life. They're killing off positive, one of the only positive representations of Black manhood in entertainment right now. But they flood the airwaves, the TV movies with bullshit. And be comfortable with that. Be comfortable with shows like Snowfall, P-Valley, Power. No, don't get me wrong. I watch some of those shows, but I watch it to analyze it. I'm not proud of those shows. Like, why we this and for something like Anthony Mackie to come out and say, "Oh, there can never be another person to play the role." Do you know what he said? He literally saying, "You know how hard it is for Black actors."
Every Black actor in Hollywood sucks, is what he effectively said.
And he's not that great of an actor too. He can't even carry a movie. He can't carry a movie on his own. What's the last movie he did with on Netflix with Damson?
I saw that, and that was a sucky movie. And him in the second season of Altered Carbon was kind of blah too.
Yeah,
I didn't really care. It didn't keep my attention. He
need to go sit down somewhere because I don't know why they put him up there. Like,
you know who I think was a good actor though? even though he didn't really have that many lines, Omar Sy when he played Bishop. When was the last time we seen Bishop in the movie since X-Men Days of Future Past?
He was in Jurassic Park, Dominion.
Yeah, Omar Sy has been working, but he's saying the character of Bishop, well, you haven't seen any mutants, so then you ain't gonna see Bishop.
I don't even want to.
Because Bishop is my favorite X-Men character.
Me too. I don't even want to talk about X-Men because I'm scared to see what they're going the Marvel Studios going to do with the X-Men. Man, they're gonna butcher that. They're gonna I don't even want to see what they're going to do with the X-Men. Man, they're going to ruin the X-Men. If you saw Thor: Love and Thunder, I'm tuned out from the MCU. Man. I'm sorry. I can't watch it.
I was done after Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
to be quite honest, because why put the Illuminati, any version of the Illuminati, in a movie just to murder them off in that same film?
I'm glad you brought that up because here's my thought. They could have gave us an actual comic accurate Illuminati in that movie. There was no excuse for that. We could have this was the perfect opportunity for us to see a multiverse T'Challa. That would have gave the audience a chance to gauge how would they react to seeing another actor playing T'Challa. That would have, you know what that would have done? We could have seen that the audience would have been like, oh, well, it's not so bad to recast T'Challa. But did they do it? We could have got a comic accurate Iron Man, multiverse Iron Man. You could have put Tom Cruise in there or somebody else. We could have got all the Illuminati
Iron
members.
Man,
We could have got Marvel ain't got no excuse, man. Right. They got the whole multiverse. There's no excuse for that. None.
And what I encourage everybody to do within the sound of my voice, go buy 2 and 3 tickets for Black Adam.
I want to see that.
Pump Black Adam up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Prop that up. Give that some airplay. If, Marvel is just like, okay, we ain't listening to nothing you saying. We ain't even going to address what you said. And we're going to pretend like you haven't been talking about it for the past 2 years. I understand you wanted to shoot your movie, but that's something you need to address because we ain't shut up yet. And you ain't shut us down. People are still talking. People are still concerned. And the growth of the movement is expanding. It's growing exponentially. People are having changes of heart overnight. And I'm gonna tell you why, because initially that was an emotional decision. That was an emotional decision we made when we said, okay, we cool with him not being recast. It was an emotional decision they made at Marvel Studios not to recast them, and for anybody to open up their mouth and speak out and say, no, he should be recast at that moment, that wouldn't have been the time for it. You would have got blasted if you'd have said, no, I think they should recast them. But now that people have had time to grieve and people have had time to process, they're looking at it and they're going, why are they calling this movie Black Panther again? Because if there's no Black Panther in it, why is it being called Black Panther? You got that Black Panther on there to attract folks. Ooh, Black Panther. Oh, let's go see that. Yeah, and just like I said earlier in the video, it's tons of people who don't even know that there's not going to be a Black Panther movie.
What they could have done if they were so hung up on not recasting T'Challa, why not? If you really want to do a sequel, why not just do a sequel featuring the previous? Go back in time, you can see the previous Black Panthers. Why not do that?
I was saying that. Make it about T'Chaka when he was young.
Why not do
during
that?
T'Chaka's time as Black Panther, and have little boy, just like in the flashback from the first movie, have little boy T'Challa, okay, and with little Nakia, right? And them watching T'Chaka and his exploits as the Black Panther. And have
or even better still, how about a Disney series called Kings of Wakanda? And each episode, you spotlight a different king.
That's a great idea.
I'd be fine with that.
That's a great idea.
But they ain't even thinking about that. You could tell the story of Bashinga. You could tell the story of Azari. You could tell the story of Nahanda. You could tell the story of T'Chaka. I mean, you could do all of that. What do we really know about the early career of T'Chaka? Exactly. He was just a Black Panther and he didn't do nothing, and then later on he got killed by Claw. That's all T'Chaka's legacy is. I understand in Fantastic Four 52, T'Chaka was nothing more than a plot device. But as the story of T'Challa to continue to grow and develop and expand, then it's like, okay, we need to expand what's going on with T'Chaka. And they did that in there was a miniseries, Rise of the Black Panther.
Yeah.
They told the story of T'Chaka and how he met Nyami, and she was the one who inspired the scientific edge in T'Challa because she was a scientist, and T'Chaka was more of a traditionalist. And they told that story. And when she had the baby, when she had T'Challa, she died in childbirth.
Let me add something to that. Because that's a great idea, Muriel. What that would have been perfect. Let me add to that. Let me add to that idea. And if you was going to do a Disney Plus series, like a 6-episode Disney Plus series, just on T'Chaka featuring some other kings, let's just tell the story of T'Chaka. You could have got the actor that played the young version of T'Chaka, who was actually the son of the old T'Chaka in real life. Right. You could have got him to play T'Chaka in the TV show. You could have got a young actress to play. I forgot the mom's name.
Ramonda.
Yeah, Ramonda. And you could have got for the villain of that series, Achebe. I would have cast Orlando Jones as Achebe. Perfect.
Or Claw's father. Because Claw's father was a Nazi war criminal. And Claw's father tried to come to Wakanda and take the vibranium by force, and T'Chaka made him taste the Panther's teeth.
And you could have added in Jobu's story, and Jobu wasn't the only one helping Claw. You could have added
Jobu's not a real person.
I know, but MCU. Right. You could have added that Achebe was helping Njobu. He was the one that put Njobu up to helping Killmonger. That would have tied everything together. So by the time you get to the Black Panther sequel, you would have been caught up on the world of Wakanda, what the story before T'Challa, T'Chaka. You could find out about Bashinga, all this stuff. So when you go into Black Panther 2, that would have given them plenty enough time to recast T'Challa, come up with a great story.
T'Challa also has a foe who is also his cousin by the name of Jakara. and Jakara absorbed too much vibranium too fast and got turned into a monster.
Did he even get?
I mean that, and that's another thing, and that's something. What my next video series is going to be about is T'Challa's Rose Gallery. And a lot of times we're always talking about, okay, a hero is only as good as the villains he fights, but we never take T'Challa's villains and put them all together in a rogues gallery. T'Challa has so much of a, I had that book. He has so much of a rogues gallery that we don't even address. You know, just like I mentioned Jakara. Also, there is another cat by the name of Wind Eagle who appropriated Wakandan technology similar to the Falcons. There is, of course, Claw and Killmonger, and then there's like a good 8 or 9 villains that run through the story of Panther's Rage. You got Lord Carnage, Baron Macabre, King Cadaver, Salamander Cruel, Venom. Man, there are tons of, and you just take all of these and you make a rogues gallery out of them, much in the same way Spider-Man has a rogues gallery. Scorpion will pop up every now and then. Dr. Octopus will pop up every now and then. Green Goblin will pop up every now. Venom, you don't just see Green Goblin, Dr.
Shocker.
Green Goblin. Yeah, Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus. That would get boring after a while. That's what they do with T'Challa. Killmonger, Claw, Killmonger, Claw, Killmonger, Claw. He's got more villains than that. Man, they need to intensify it.
And the reason why, and speaking on recasting, right? Here's the reason why initially, I mean, my first choice was John David Washington. Here's why. Because remember at the AFI Awards, remember Chadwick Boseman under Denzel Washington? Right. Remember that?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Not only that, while shooting Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Denzel Washington, because he directed it, he saw how Chadwick Boseman's wife, well, she wasn't his wife then, but he saw how Taylor Simone was taking care of Chadwick Boseman, knowing that he, you know, while he was sick and on the set of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. And Denzel Washington was the one who told Chadwick Boseman, marry that woman, man. She taking care of you, marry her, right? It was Denzel Washington who told Chadwick Boseman to marry her. In the interview, Denzel Washington brings it up. So, who more appropriate than John? I mean, when it comes to respecting Chadwick Boseman and recasting the role respectfully, who more than John David Washington? Being that he, you know, he met Chadwick Boseman, and his dad, you know, did a lot from, you know, Chadwick Boseman looked up to Denzel Washington. You know, he was a father figure. Okay, so why not have John David Washington pick up the role of T'Challa? Because there's photos of John David Washington with Letitia Wright and Lupita Nyong'o and let's see, and Danai Gurira with the Black Panther and Michael B. Jordan too.
No, there's no excuse.
So
for
I mean, he fits right in. So it's like that will be. I mean, it's like that would be the most respectful fit as far as, you know, connection wise. You know,
there's so many different. You guys came up with like 3-4 different ideas. Even me, we came up with 5 different ideas better than what they're doing right now.
Right.
No excuse. No excuse.
That's honoring him. What we're talking about in here. That's honoring him. Exactly. Theo, you're back just in time for the wrap
good stuff. You missed the good stuff, man. You missed the good stuff.
Well, you can watch the video. You can watch the video. You'll get to see it. You'll get to see it. I promise. This is what I would like for everybody on the panel to do. I would like for y'all, in closing, you know, just take a second or two, however, you know, well, not too long. I know Theo gonna take a minute, but just kind of say your final comments that you want to say in regard to this entire, you know, everything we've talked about, the whole gamut, and then run y'all page information, and then we could go ahead and wrap this, y'all, because I think, man, 2 hours and 45 minutes is more than enough time. I think we've said more than enough.
Sinclair, I guess you can go first if you want.
All right. My name is Sinclair West, also known as Sinclair the Wolf. Sinclair the Wolf's more so my gamer name. But I have a music channel and I have a gaming slash vlog channel on my on YouTube. So I have 2 different channels. Okay, one for my music and music videos, and one for gaming and other fun stuff. Okay, but you could subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/Sinclair West. That's my Sinclair the Wolf gaming channel. For my music, it's youtube.com/Calevolution HD. Okay, and you can follow me on Instagram at Sinclair West. Okay, but my whole thing is I'm gonna keep pumping out game footage featuring T'Challa. I'm gonna keep giving exposure to the character. I'm gonna just keep promoting the character through gaming media and discussion videos. I'm gonna continue doing that. I'm not gonna let Hollywood determine what character we should root for, okay? Because this is our story, you know? It's based on our culture. So we shouldn't let Hollywood determine what we should like, who we should support, who we should not support, okay? I'm just Sinclair signing off. Gonna hand it off to whoever wants to go next.
All right. I guess I'll go. My name is Blake, Blake Frederick. I go by my artist alias K-Park. Yeah, like Park, like Tupac. I don't have a YouTube channel, but I have Twitter and Instagram. I've been told that I should start a YouTube, so maybe I might start a YouTube and do like, I'm an artist, so I might do like art tutorials or just art process. You know, I do digital art. You can follow me on Instagram at K-Park Art and Twitter at K-Park Art Co. I'm on my Twitter page. I actually have some concept art of the Recast T'Challa campaign that I did. I'm going to start posting more artwork. And on Instagram, I got some artwork and stuff on there too. So Instagram at K-Park Art and Twitter at K-Park Art Co. C-O. I'm going to just say, and I'm going to stay in touch with B Real and Theo and Sinclair. And whenever I start getting stuff together, I'm going to share my other social media links. I'm going to just say in closing, man, I'm disappointed with the MCU, really. I'm disappointed with Marvel, period, and just the comic side. What they're doing with T'Challa in the comics and the movies is just damn near just beyond disrespectful. Like Theo, we just sat here for almost, I don't know how long. We came up with 5, 6 better ideas of what they could have did with T'Challa in the Black Panther Disney Plus series, if they should have gone that route, or in the movie, but they're not doing that. So in closing, I'm gonna just say we need to find positive Black representation. We can continue championing for T'Challa. I love this character. I love Black Panther. There is no Black Panther without T'Challa. That's like having Batman without Bruce Wayne. That's like having Superman without Clark Kent. They didn't get rid of Peter Parker when they introduced Miles Morales. So why do that to T'Challa? So we need to continue to champion, and hopefully maybe they might get it right. When this movie flopped, and I hope it does flop, I hope they realize that the fans were right and they go back and fix this and apologize to the fans and do it the right way and stop like there's no excuse for why Marvel's doing this. They're messing up their own brand. They're alienating fans. A lot of people are walking away from Marvel, period. Not just the comic side, the movies. Mm-hmm. People are getting tired of it. So I'm just saying we need to focus on the positive. I would strongly advise we need to create our own characters, our own stories. I'm working on my own comics. I'm in the beginning process. I don't know if you guys heard about Young Ripper, the Ripperverse.
Yeah. Yes.
That
I've been hearing about that. I need to check that out.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. I can hear you, Phil.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can hear you, Phil.
I was going to say what he did was phenomenal. I'm trying to get to that level too. I'm working on my own Black comic book characters. I'm gonna get there. Might take me a while, but I'm gonna get there. We need to create our own material because obviously Hollywood, Marvel, DC, Warner, they don't care about representation for us. So we need to create our own. Let's continue to champion T'Challa because he is our Black Panther. There is no other Black Panther besides T'Challa. Right. You can't do Shuri. Man, Baku is not the Black Panther. He doesn't even worship Boss. That's stupid. But in closing, let's just continue champion for T'Challa, recast T'Challa.
Right. In the same way, I can't see because Frank Castle or the Punisher, he's War Machine also, but I'm not gonna see any other War Machine. I don't accept any other War Machine besides James Rhodes.
No.
Theo.
I'm a little long on the YouTube. Everybody think I'm available right now. First of all, shout out to my lovely daughter. That's why I had to step away and everything like that. I had to talk to her. Y'all can find me YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I ain't saying, I'm just saying with Theo B. We're gonna keep reviewing these comic books. Right now I'm on Doom War Part 2. I gotta get that out to y'all and everything like so y'all have that out there. It's about just keeping it accurate. One thing that I found out, and I'm gonna own it. And when I say I own it, I'm gonna own it as far as making sure my people have it. We don't have people talking for T'Challa like Bruce Wayne has. We don't have folks like that. To be perfectly honest with you, we don't have a lot of people talking about our Black superheroes, period. Not the Jefferson Pierces, not the John Stewarts, not the Nubius, none of that. What I'm going to do is, that's my passion. I learned how to read by reading comic books. So it's a blessing and a curse, because a lot of my knowledge, I got a lot of comic book knowledge. I'm gonna bring that to the people. Y'all rocking with me, I'm gonna rock with y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on with these superheroes and everything like that. They real story. It's a great group of people working with me, not for me, working with me. That's gonna keep me on my toes. My brother D-Real, my brother Kaizo Slevin, my brother right here, Sinclair the Wolf, my brother that ain't got a YouTube channel, D Steezel, because D Steezel gonna make sure I stay on top of stuff. And the person that I go to,
he need to quit BS.
My own personal griot, Mr. Ray Smith. So I'm gonna make sure y'all got this information. Shout out to Grand Madam Tarot, because hey, listen, I recognize and I respect people that's older than me, and saving this character is not just for me, but it's for people older than me and people younger than me. I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
You know the page, you're on it. Be real with D-Real. I believe, just like with critical race theory, I think that there is an active plot, for lack of a better word, to extinguish, diminish, and out get rid of flagship Black characters across the board. And part of what I do on my page is I try to preserve that history and teach those lessons to people who just kind of let them fall by the wayside, or don't think that where we are today is because of what came before, because of your Dwayne McDuffies, because of your Billy Grahams, because of your Reginald Hudlins, because of your Dennis Cowans, because those cats was in comics taking it on the chest, taking it on the chin, and dealing with the bullshit that corporate white America was throwing at them. And then Dennis Cowan and Dwayne McDuffie got together in the 90s and put Milestone together. And that was something for us, something that we could stand up and say, that's my static, that's my icon, that's my blood syndicate. You know what I'm saying? Something you could be proud of. You could see you in comics. Mm-hmm. We want to see us cinematically too.
Right.
And that ain't just Luke Cage. That ain't just John Stewart. You know what I'm saying?
If I may, stop telling people, not you, stop telling us that we don't own these IP. Like that's the most simple-minded, idiotic thing to regurgitate. We know that, but we the ones that made these IPs popular.
Exactly.
All the way back to Superman and Clark Kent. So we do.
Because if I don't buy it,
right,
and don't
so
nobody
while we
buy
might
it,
not own these IPs, don't get it twisted. We do have control over them.
And
Marvel is a
that's
multi-billion-dollar company today that was on the verge of bankruptcy. The fans bailed out Marvel.
And that's what we need to understand. Just like with voting, you have the power. It ain't them. If you stop buying that shit, if you stop peddling that shit, if you stop speaking on that shit, they can't do nothing.
Right. Let's think about this for a second, D. Marvel offers us a want. That's not a need. The service they provide, it's a leisure item. It's a comic book. We ain't gotta buy that. The movie that they put out is a superhero movie. We could watch Black romance movie. We do not have to accept inferior product just to say we got a product. No, we need to start
we could watch
the same thing everybody else gets and stop accepting less, and furthermore, stop making excuses for why we don't deserve the same.
Exactly. We could watch a Marvel cartoon on YouTube for free. We
Man,
don't have to watch it. And this is why I'm glad Black Adam's coming out. You know,
it's too many streaming. It's too many torrents. It's too many of them out there for anybody to actually. I'm not telling you to use them, but it's too many of them out there. There's too many ways to watch a movie for free to be giving your money to companies.
I watched Thor: Love and Thunder online for free. I was more excited for The Boys than I was for that movie.
Gentlemen, it has been a slice. You know what I'm saying? I have respect for each and every one of you. Theo, you know I rock with you. You know I ain't got nothing but love for you, bro. Sinclair, we chop it up all the time on Instagram, bro. You know how we get down. K-Pop, welcome to the fold, brother. I hope to see you real soon.
Yes.
And I appreciate, Theo coming to me and saying, hey, D, let's do it live. Here we are. If y'all loving, or as I like to say, if you're digging what these brothers is shoveling, put some dirt in their bucket, man. Everybody, man, comment, like, and subscribe to all these folks' pages, man. Rock with us. Hey, right there. Rock with us. We rock with y'all. Grand Madam Taro, Ray Smith, D. Steezel, Back of the Bus was in the building. Chillmonger stepped in towards the end. Hey, we rock with all these people, man. And we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. I'm under this big old light. I'm starting to sweat like a Hebrew slave. I've been under this mud for 3 hours. So we about to get up. I appreciate y'all again. We'll see y'all when we see y'all, man. And until then, y'all be good. Be good to each other.
Thank you for bringing me on, man. I appreciate y'all. I love all y'all channels. I'm subscribed. I'm keep following y'all. I sent you a message on Instagram. I'm gonna stay in touch with y'all. Thank you for bringing me on. I appreciate it. Thank you.
For sure.
All right. Good having you. Hey, thanks for having me on too.
Yeah, thank you so much, D. We got to do this again, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Me and D Real are rocking. We telling y'all right now. Me and D Real gonna do a sports show together. Football. We talking sports. It's coming up in the